Hello everyone, welcome back to another tomato sauce stream. Today we're going to be doing all sorts. We're going to be talking about the ban list. That's probably the big thing. We also finally got our little Firebird, so we have the new skill. So we'll be playing some Pyro on stream. We haven't played Rush on stream in so long. It's going to be so nice. After, well, in between that, I suppose, at some point, we will also kind of be going over a few of the other things. I think there's some new cards that are coming out in OCG. Obviously, we've already done a lot of our speculation, so I don't think we need to, like, really speculate a ton until we get the leaks. But we will be going over, like, potential dates for, like, when we think we're going to be getting leaks. We're going to talk about dates of when we think we might be seeing a skill hit coming in, because we did see some interesting changes happen in this latest ban list. And I think everyone can agree we didn't hit Light Galaxy hard enough, right? I think everyone's kind of in agreement. It would be nice if that deck was hit just a little bit harder. And I've been seeing a lot of different opinions, right? Some people are like, oh, I can't make a good judgment call until I see what skill changes are happening. But I don't know how drastic the skill changes are going to be. And even if they are drastic, is it still not worth, like, hitting them with another limit 3 or a limit 1? I don't know. It seems very strange. It seems very, very strange. So who have we got in chat? Let's see who we have in chat. We have Luis Fernando. Hello, hello, my friend. After a while, you will admit that this ban list was worse than Gaia's. So this is something that Luis has been talking about in the Discord. So in terms of the actual list itself, I think this list is almost perfect, right? It's almost perfect. It needed just a couple of other changes, and it would have been exactly what we wanted. The issue is, I feel like they comfortably should have just given Light Galaxy a limit 1. Maybe they didn't know what to hit as limit 1, but in my opinion, it's weird to set both the Legends to 1, then set Dark Hole Device to 1. All right, so far that's all fine. But you also have to give Light Galaxy a limit 1. Then, it's fine. Now, in my opinion, I still think Pot of Greed should have been limit 3. That's, you know... It does kind of suck for other decks that play limit 3s, but there aren't really any super meta-relevant decks that are playing limit 3s right now anyway. So, all of the kind of, like, just out-of-the-meta decks aren't really playing limit 3s, except maybe, like, Dragius. Like, I mean, most of the limit 3 cards aren't super relevant right now, so it would make sense to me to say, like, we'll give limit 3s to all the best decks, then we put Pot of Greed at limit 1, we give all the best decks limit 1s as well, or Pot of Greed to limit 3 even, sorry. We give all the decks a limit 1, we put Compulse to limit 1. That was my prediction, right? We almost got to there, but we didn't quite. I do think Dark Galaxy needed the hit, and we did predict Dark Hole Device to 1. So, like, that's fine. The problem was I don't think we needed to hit Corridor. Hitting Corridor feels weird, because if we're trying to stop Chaos Galaxy, hitting Corridor, like, is a hit to Chaos Galaxy, but, like, barely. And I don't think the deck needed, like, just the extra big slap in the face that it got. I think most people agree, instead of Corridor, that should have been a limit 3 Light Galaxy card, right? But who else do we have in here? So... Ew, who plays Rush? Lol, joke, joke. Haven't tried it yet. Hello, Scottish plays DBI. DBL? I can't tell what that is. Scottish plays double. We'll go with that. Welcome, welcome on in. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not an unpopular opinion. A lot of people don't like Rush, and that is absolutely fair enough. Probably Rush is a 2-deck format now. It's a weird one where if you go by the GRF, or the WCQ, it's kind of a one-deck format, really, with other decks around. The issue is, in tournament play, Spellcaster does a lot better. And there is a couple of different reasons for that, but, like, for example, when I was playing in WCQ, whenever I'd run into a Spellcaster player, I was like, a free win! This is amazing! Like, this is just such an easy matchup. But then when it comes to tournaments, people just kind of fumble it. I'm not really sure exactly what's going on, because this was happening before the banlist implementation went in as well. So it was a bit... It's not immediately identifiable why. I will say, a lot of the players that were grinding the GRF kind of took a break and this is something that always happens. There's like a WCQ or a GRF or a KC Cup. The players that really heavily grinded it tend to be like, all right, I'm going to step back, I'm going to take a break. So, for example, a lot of the world competitors that we did see that have even qualified this time or qualified last time, they haven't been playing tournaments because they're all grinded out, right? They're burnt out. They want a break. And I think that's absolutely fair enough. So I think it is fair to say that we don't necessarily have all of the top players, especially the ones that were grinding with like Galaxy playing in tournaments at the moment. So that will be a factor. But as well as we will also be seeing like representation get swayed a lot. I mean, we'll talk about the results in a minute. Still better than the Gaia variant. Yes, the format is better than Gaia's, but the ban list is worse. I mean, it depends what we mean by that, right? Because if we take a look at the Gaia ban list, the original one, what happened was we went from a tier 0 format to a tier 0 format. If we take a look at this format, you could make a loose argument that we went from a 3-deck format to a 2-deck format. But a 2-deck format is still better than a 1-deck format, right? I don't know. It's a weird one. It depends what your metric is. In my opinion, it's worse, but... Igdrago still not unbanned, but unsure how to update the deck list now with the new ban list. Yes, Igdrago was a weird one, because Igdrago is one of the better maximums, so putting it in other decks could be weird. I don't think it really matters. I think you could probably just unhit Igdrago realistically. We're at that stage, right? We have Light Galaxy, we have Dark Galaxy, we have Spellcaster Fusion. It would probably be fine to be unhit realistically. I don't think it's going to be top on the priorities list, though. Zaki Boys with a 5-stream streak. Congratulations. We have Dr. Alex in the chat. Why are you covering your forehead? Now I can't keep making fun of it. I wear the hat if I don't have time to do my hair. As in, like, present it in any meaningful way. Or if I just have, like, a really bad hair day. Like, if we wake up and it's like, bleh, we just full-on hat goes on. That is the hat lore for you. For me, it is just put Klein and Lion. I mean, it could have just been Klein and Lion. Absolutely could have been. I feel like if Might Galaxy skill get hit, maybe they will remove the part that adds an extra card in hand, or maybe make the skill once per duel. I wouldn't be surprised if it was once per duel, or if when you add the card, afterwards you then have to take a card from your hand and shuffle it back into the deck. I wouldn't be surprised if it was either of those. Basically, just try and take away the plus. But it will be noticeably weaker than Dark Galaxy, but Dark Galaxy got so many hits, maybe that is to make up for that difference, right? So maybe that's why. Psychic, Sidra, they hit Light Galaxy almost the same way as Gaia. Yeah, but Psychic and Sidra aren't really meta-relevant right now, are they? Not really even close, unfortunately. They hit Light Galaxy almost the same way as Gaia. Yeah, which is weird, again, because at that time, everyone agreed. Everyone in the whole community was like, just don't let them play Metarian cards, and the deck will be fine. So they went, we're not going to touch that at all. Then, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks later, they then released the other list, which absolutely murdered the skill. And it was like, all you had to do was take away the ability to play Metarian cards, and hero cards, I guess, in the Gaia deck, and everyone would have been fine with it keeping the 600 attack point gain, or whatever it was. But no, they took that away as well, which is very strange. Very, very strange. Is that Shui in the chat? Hello, hello, Shui. We'll go with the exclamation mark, Shui. How are you doing, my friend? How are you doing? I never noticed the hat until you talked about it. I mean, that's what the hat is just, it's just hair. It's really just an extension of myself. Hi, hello, Goose Amigo. Welcome, welcome. I want to believe that light machines can do something with Innovate Unlimited, but the skill creep is probably still too much for them. Yes, I have been testing like a little tiny bit, and it has not seemed fantastic. The issue is, if you just remove the top 3 decks, suddenly, Machine actually seems really good. The problem is, it's not going to be very good into the top 3 decks. And that is just kind of where we've been at, right? Now, you could now make an argument that, like, oh, Dark Galaxy is so much worse than it was before. And I think that's fair. But I still think Dark Galaxy is probably, like, the 3rd best deck in the game. Like, maybe 4th best deck, but I don't think it's, like... It's not unplayable, complete garbage, useless. It's not, like, completely gone, right? It's just no longer up there as, like, the undisputed 2nd best deck, right? They need to release Sidra, Yggdrago Phoenix, and the Bear Psychic. Well, the issue that Sidra has right now is you can't play the skill with Innovator, even though Innovator is now unlimited. So it still makes it very weird for that. But you can still now play the cards together, which is nice. Infinite Reflections Forge the Ultimate Hero. Hello, Toti. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Hikari. What's it with the exclamation mark Hikari in the chat as well? We're gonna have to work out what we're doing about Tuesday as well, Hikari. If we're doing this, we need to work out exactly what we're doing. Okay, I'm just gonna throw that out there. Pyro best deck, Pyro tier 0. I mean, Pyro has looked promising. We'll see how it performs. We'll definitely be seeing how it performs. Innovator needs a new yellow button. I think a lot of cards need a new yellow button. The issue is I don't think Innovator's going to get a new yellow button. Like, it'll be more... Sidra might get some new cards, and then Sidra will get a new yellow button, and maybe that yellow button doesn't stop us from playing Innovator. I think that's the sort of closest you're going to get, where it, like, gets one sort of. Slayer is better than Pyro. It kind of depends, right? I'm not gonna like sit here and immediately just be like, no, you're wrong, right? Slayer is gonna be better, or Dragonic, I guess, because the archetype's called Dragonic. Dragonic is better at dealing with your opponent's back row. It does have a lot of problems, and the skill doesn't fix all of those problems. The skill is still really good. Being able to create a free +1 body, that body can then get you a Slayer, which is also really good, is sort of similar to what the Pyro skill is doing. So like they're very similar on paper. I personally like my Dragonic build because it works with Dragonic Pressure, which I think is just really good. So they might put Jinzo in Rush because traps are non-existent anyways. I mean, they could. They could. A 0 defense Slayer in this economy. But I think the logic is that a lot of the Pyro lists are going to be on Noodles, who also has 0 defense. I'm not going to lie, I haven't seen a single Slayer player this month. Slayer player! Yeah. It's not too surprising. I mean, the issue is, when you're playing on ladder, you're going to be playing against 95% just spellcasters. Because it's easy to play, the cards are easy to get a hold of, speed players, players that are playing on a budget. It's just the go-to deck, right? It just makes sense. I hope they will release some Ancient Gear cards. It's weird that we have Ancient Gear Golem for a few months now without the other cards. It's not too surprising. The issue is, Ancient Gear could get a little bit out of hand if they release the wrong cards at the wrong time. Which I would love personally. I think it would be really great if we just had Ancient Gears as an actual archetype. The issue they're also going to run into is without a non-Ancient Gear card called Kuma Bot, I think it's called. They can't really beat set 3. That's kind of one of their issues. Slayer's 0 defense, died a trap hole. Can't beat Eternal without pressure. Tier 0 for sure. I mean, you've kind of summed up a lot of Pyro's problems as well, to be fair. Obviously, if we're talking about like the extra spice variant. Me who plays 10 traps. Exactly. And Pyro lost for 1 slime. What 10 traps are those? I mean, that's a good question. That's a good question. All right, what we're going to do, though, is we're going to head over to DLM. I guess we'll take a look at the list first. Obviously, we've already done our reaction video. I hope everyone's already watched that. But let's just go over these briefly. We're going to talk about some of these cards and what they mean. We'll go over the speed stuff first, because I think we're going to spend a lot more time on Rush. Catapult Turtle. Good riddance. Everyone hates this card. This card, it's so funny as well, how so many of these, like, degenerate cards are just, like, they're anime cards, and they're just ancient. Like, this is, what, a Metal Raiders card, I want to say? And it was, like, obviously everyone knows this from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Episode in Duelist Kingdom. Like, it's so funny that this guy has to be the problem card. It's so, so funny. I never saw a Catapult Turtle in the KC Cup. I ran into one. Just the one. But he absolutely FTK'd me on the first turn. I did not even get a turn to do anything. I would have literally needed a hand trap to stop it. That's the only thing I could have possibly have had. Shadow Bros, I don't feel so good. I never saw Catapult Turtle KC Cup. My deck can pass the set 3. Well, there you go. The issue is, a lot of the ways that people have to quote-unquote beat set 3 are all really shit. It'll be like, oh, I'm playing stop defense. And it's like, Like, realistically, if you're playing against, like, Light Galaxy, is Stop Defense going to help? Right, that sort of thing. But again, if you're playing the Dragons, I think you have more options than Pyro. Pyro have very, very few options to actually get past set 3 straight up. And I think it's very, very awkward for them. Like, we've had some people being like, oh, you just play Tribute to the Doomed and Compulse. And then if you use them both in the same turn, that's 2 monsters out the way. And it's like, I'm not sure that's the best option we've got, but you know. Abandon every format except TCG, the way it should be, the way it should be. A couple made top 100. I ran into one turtle that was and was already tilted. I mean, it makes sense. It's not fun. Just FTKs are just not fun for the game. It's not fun for anyone. Can't play spellcasters and rush. Just 2 air for me. Not my playstyle. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. So Reshadol Incarnation. This is a massive hit. Massive, massive, massive hit to Shadows. This definitely is going to pull the deck down a bit. I don't know how by much. I would still say that Shadow's probably going to be, I don't know, tier 2, down to everyone else's level. Maybe tier 3 at a stretch, but like, I don't think this like kills the deck. This is just a really, really big hit. Then we got the dog and friends. That's what we call these. Guard dog, I still don't like. I don't care if there is like your gimmick deck needs to run 1 guard dog to make sense. I just get rid of it. Floodgates are not fun. Just get rid of these cards. Just straight up. They should all be banned. These are the weird ones for me. I don't know why we hit any of these 3 cards. Wendy on its own just feels like a nothing hit. It seems really weird. Because when we were talking to Dwan about it, I don't know if we still have it up. No, we don't. It was Wendy and one of the other cards we were considering hitting. I think it was Ariel, both to 3. And then that would actually do something, right? The main issue is that decks aren't playing more than 1 limit 3, so it's just really weird. It's just really weird. Actually, 14-0 stream straight to Cog. Nice, Shui, nice. We did something similar in Rush. We did not do something... Actually, to be fair, we did something similar in Speed. I think we dropped 1 game? It was either 1 or 2 games we lost in Speed, going all the way up to Cog, and that was on Dinos, so... I mean, Igdrago, it makes sense to play a lot of traps. I mean, that's fair as well. I think, though, it does make more sense in Worm Excavator, but... how am I going to play Prediction Princess Stun now? Oh, you just don't. That's the trick. That's the trick. I don't have it, but you can find it on DLM. There we go. I mean, we can find it, right? We can find it right now. That's not a difficult task. In fact, let's do it the quick and easy way if we can. So if I go over to this, not that one, this one. So we'll bring it over here. We'll get this up. We're going to do WCS Speed. Oh, they don't have it as a separate deck? That's annoying. That's very annoying. That is actually so annoying. Why would we just bung it in with Utopia? Like, if it's a Utopia FTK. Come on, it's an FTK deck, guys. Let's have a quick gander and see if we can find one quickly. I mean, I'm not... There we go. There's one. This one was in top 100. We found immediately an FTK top 100. Okay, that was a lot quicker than we were expecting. I just want to change the meta too much because WCS soon. So that's going to be a big part of it. If you massively shake up the meta, there will be unforeseen, like, problems that will arise. So, like, you'll be like, oh, on paper, this meta looks like it's going to be really solid for WCS. And then something slips through the cracks, something wasn't tested enough. And then it's like, oh, crap, this meta is now horrid, right? So, if the meta is, like, acceptable, I think you don't try and mess with it too much. It's not on DLM, because DLM use Magrag, while Beyond Curiosity, in my opinion, much better. Alright, but. I don't really see the point again in hitting either of these 2 cards. This seems really weird to me. And the biggest issue for me here is they didn't hit Sphere Mode or Golem. Which, on one hand, I get it, right? We don't want to hit Sphere Mode and Golem because it allows for, like, weaker decks to deal with these ridiculous boards that other decks are making. On the other hand, we have Kaijus. We don't need Sphere Mode and Golem. I think if you put them both to limit 3, that at least, like, does something. Because right now, because these are limit 3 and, like, barely anyone's playing these anyway, Utopia can still just play 3 Lava Golem. And of all the decks, I would like it if Utopia could not play Lava Golem. Like, Utopia should have another limit 3 that actually matters. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crying to the void. Like, maybe no one else feels the same as me. Unhits. I mean, Shio's nice. As a Dragon Maiden Joya, I think this is nice. How FTK, though, because you need normal summon the Utopia level 4 and special the Astro. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I don't play this deck, so I couldn't tell you the exact line to do, but I can tell you they have done it to me. I have been FTK'd by this. I mean, I wasn't really looking at the screen. I was like, I don't have any hand traps, so I was like looking away, waiting for my opponent to finish comboing off, and then I died. But yeah, I'm not a veteran on the FTKs. Hidden City to Unlimited. I'm also not a big fan of this. There is also this weird trend in Speed right now, where we keep giving support to these, like, I don't know, these defense position flip effect decks. Like, so Shadow, right, it's not really a flip deck, but it kind of is a flip deck. It has flip in it, right? All the Shadow cards have, like, flip effects. We've got Hidden City and the Subterrors, which is, like, another, like, defense position kind of annoying deck. There was Ghost Tricks that was going around for a while, but it hasn't been seen for a little bit. And then before there was also the, oh god, what are they called? The other flip deck. Tindangle. There was the Tindangles as well. And I'm just like, why do we have so many new decks coming in that are like the weird flip effect decks? I've never been a big fan of any of them. Like, none of those decks have like really been like my cup of tea. I think saving them will summon. If they don't limit the kaijus, then they have to take it off of the skill. So again, I think regular kaijus are fine, right? I think you just need to get rid of Lava Golem and Sphere Mode. I think they're the annoying ones for me personally. When you get Pot of Greed goes to 1, what do I do? Because negate attack beyond curiosity, Yggdrago. I mean, so Avarice still exists. Like, that is an option. If you're playing Yggdrago specifically, you don't need anything else, right? You don't need... It just comes down to, do you need Compulse? Because if you don't need Compulse, depending on like how your build is, you can just play Trap Hole and that'll be fine. They just play Pot of Greed. But if you do need Compulse, then you go Pot of Avarice, I think. Because again, you don't get any value from any of the other legends, realistically. Flying Sea, gonna come out of the kitchen. I mean, potentially, yeah. They special Astraltopia and then summon the turtle. Ghost Trick Ninjas, Pot of Avarice. This could be a pre-hit to ninjas, alluding to Moonshadow coming to Duel Links and Tindangle. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of any of those decks personally. I mean, I haven't really played ninjas like that much, so like I couldn't really say about it, but I'm not a big fan of flip and fusion decks because they require a lot of cheating effects to become good decks. But what about then ritual decks? Because ritual decks are like the epitome of, we're just going to have a bunch of cards and skills that just give us a crap ton of pluses, otherwise the deck doesn't work. To be fair, they never shined in TCG except for Shadow, so Duel Links is trying to breathe new life into them. Yeah, but like pick fun archetypes. Don't pick the like super annoying stooly archetypes. Like, I can think of so many archetypes that never got like their day in the sun, and they could like bring them to Duel Links and give them like really sick skills and stuff, and they're like, oh, you know what, Tindangle, that's the one we need. I mean, it is an anime deck to be fair, so that at least makes some sense. First, hello Pro Manicist. Avarice in Yggdrago is not that bad. Yeah, I don't think it's that bad. The one you made in your vid? Gimmick puppets. Oh yeah, gimmick puppets is something I like on paper. But, like, the puppet lock and stuff like that, like, some of the gross shit you can do with them, I'm like, could we just not? Could we just not do this, you know? Can Y'all be 100? Do I need to farm this new Monabu event, or can I just skip it? I would make the argument that the Jin is probably good, It might not see play in the long term because we only have 30 card decks, so we wouldn't need to like fill it out. If you want to play Pyro right now, I would say it is worth going into. You're going to want at least one Phoenix, but I don't know if you'll need more than one. Realistically, you're not playing the Phoenix for its effect. You're, for the most part, playing it to use the skill. And because it has, like, okay defense value. That's kind of it. So, Mikanko, Voiceless Voice. I mean, oh yeah, they're probably a decent way off, but we'll see. Amorphage. Oh boy, Amorphage. Give Dragon Maid more light, please, Konami. I mean, would be cool. Pyro has lots of math involved. Farm for the Chronicle chips and gems. All Dragon Maid needs is their recently released stuff or having the skill change to let them use other Dragon good stuff. Like, I mean, yeah, that would be cool. Basically, you could make it into like a Dragon Link style pile deck. I think that would be really cool. Helps you get ready for the SEC. The Mermaid is good. Okay, I don't know where we've got this mermaid thing from. It's very strange to me. You understand how a genie works, right? How a djinn works, where it has like a wisp that goes into the lamp. That's how a djinn works. Still waiting for the Mound of Bound and Torrential Tribute for my Time Lord deck. Oh, I'm not a big Time Lord fan, if I'm honest. Time Lords are a bit of a wonky one for me. I don't play Phoenix because I cope with Noodle Boss. I think the Noodle Boss is... Alright, Extra Spice is a better card than the Phoenix. It's also better for the deck because drawing cards is just generally good. You can like cycle through and you have lots of access to normal monsters. Burning is also really useful, especially if you can recycle it. So beyond that, it's better. Now, it does have 0 defense, which means you can't use it with a skill. And if it gets changed to defense and pierced over with Meteor Charge or with Charmy, it's a liability. That's like the trade-off, right? Okay, thanks. Also, hello, Cardfight, by the way. Welcome. Still waiting for... can the Hieratic skill get a buff to allow them to play Link monsters and add Bish Balkan? No. No, we can't do that. Hikari X Tomato Shadowverse stream Tuesday. Well, we did talk about it. We'll have to see what Hikari decides to do. Also not sure exactly what the itinerary would be, but like, we'll see, we'll see. I can't wait to FTK people with 3 Infernity Launcher. I mean, it is right here. The new Pyro skill is good, but the new boss, not so much. Yeah, the new boss is, it's literally a stat stick. That is the only thing we care about. If we just go and grab it up quick. This thing is awful. This is just in here because it has 1600 defense. This is the reason you play this card. 1, it doesn't just die to like getting chased to defense and pierced over. And 2, it turns the skill on. That is literally it. Otherwise, we wouldn't give a crap about this card whatsoever. It's Vocalized Phoenix that we want. I mean, I'm not sure how you co-stream, even if Twitch keeps suggesting me, but it's fine. So basically, if you do a co-stream, it like mashes your chats together. So it's like you're streaming individually, but your chats are all now one merged chat. And then that's kind of it. I think there's like a voice chat thing you can do, but like Discord is just easier, so it'd probably just be Discord, right? Can we preload Shadow? I believe the preload went live yesterday. So if you want to pre-download it, you should be good to go. Alright. So the next thing we'll be talking about is the rush stuff, but I'm being told that ads are imminent. So what we're going to do is we're going to run 3 minutes of ads. While we do, I'm going to get some water. And then by running 3 minutes of ads, all of the pre-rolls and other ads will be gone for an hour. So we won't have to look at them again. So we're going to get 3 minutes of ads out of the way right now. And then we'll go and talk about the rush cards that have been put on the list. So we're going to do that now. Watch there be a Duel Links exclusive card that lets you do this. Target a link and choose link arrows. Move its link arrow 1 position clockwise or counterclockwise. I mean, that would be interesting. That would be interesting. Alright. So now we are going to run our ads. We're going to run the ads. We're running the ads. Ads are running. 3 minutes of ads. Right, ads are running. And now, I'm going to disappear for 3 minutes. Hello, everyone who has currently not been hit with ads. Has anyone else not got ads who should have them? Well, according to Twitch, ads are running for the next minute and a half. So that's where we're at the moment. It's one of those days where it's very warm in the UK today. It's not like crazy hot like outside, but when you shut yourself in an office, you have like the door shut, you have these spotlights raining down upon me. It gets very warm very quickly, let's put it that way. I tried the first Not My Style. Are we talking about Shadowverse? Like you played Shadowverse 1? Because Shadowverse 2 is fundamentally going to be the same as Shadowverse 1. Obviously, there will be differences. It's not going to be like a one-to-one. But, like, the rules are going to basically be the same. So if you didn't get on with the first one, you're probably not going to get on with the second one. But there is, like, the added hype factor, right? Alright, 40 seconds till the ads go away. And once the ads have guaranteed disappeared, we will continue on with our discussion about the Rush ban list. It is really nice, though, looking at the pre-roll off counter, and it's just like 60 minutes of no pre-roll. I'm like, yeah, that's what we want. That's what we want. So, Igdrago-wise, people say to me, because they checked DLM, I should play Maximum Ragnarok skill, because DLM. And Beyond Curiosity isn't. But Maximum Ragnarok is just too slow. How can I convince them why Curiosity? So when it comes to Igdrago, I don't really think it matters. Right? So if you're playing Beyond Curiosity, you are playing Igdrago Turbo. If you're playing Maximum Ragnarok, you're playing Cyburst the deck that also has Igdrago in it. So, like, they're two different fundamental decks, right? I'll play it just to do better than Hikari. Wait, I just came back. Play what? I think he wants to play Shadowverse just to be better than you at Shadowverse. And if that's as good a reason as any to start picking up a new game, okay? That's as good as a reason as any. Alright. Rush cards limit 1. Compulse. But what we should do as well, we should compare this, right? So our list, we had Compulse to limit 1. So we're like, you know what? Compulse to limit 1. Pretty good. That's what we predicted. We're happy with that. Pot of Greed to limit 1. So we wanted Pot of Greed to limit 3. And the reason why we wanted it at limit 3, we wanted it to be a different to limit 1, was so that decks that weren't exactly the best decks in the game could still play Pot of Greed. This was the logic. If you're one of the best decks in the game, you probably don't have a limit 1. You probably don't have a limit 3. So you could play both Compulse and Pot of Greed. And then the higher tier deck you are, you get a limit 3 or you get a limit 1. And then you get one of them taken away. And then all the decks that don't have any limit 3s or any limit 1s, arguably should be the weakest decks, they could play both of them. So what Konami did instead was they put them both to limit 1 to just take one of these cards away from every single deck. Which I don't think is a great way to balance it. So on one hand, it's kind of fair, because if you have a limit 1 already, theoretically, your deck should be a stronger deck. So, you should lose both of these cards. That kind of gets the point across. That's fine, that's what we wanted. The problem lies in that, one, not all the limit 1 cards are in good decks. In fact, for the most part, they're not in good decks, which just means we're now taking these cards or other cards such as Phoenix Dragon away from other decks, which is very strange. On top of, now every deck just has to work out if they'd rather have Compulse or Pot of Greed. But it's not even just that, because Negate Attack is also in here. So now it's like, you're going to play like Pot of Greed and like Trap Hole, or you're going to play Compulse and like Pot of Avarice, or like Hammer Shot maybe. It's a weird one. Cyburst is just too slow, no? So yes, but I think you could make the argument that Igdrago is also too slow. Like, realistically, any deck that isn't like the big 3, and maybe that extends to like 1 or 2 more decks, is too slow. Even if we go and take a look at the lists again, if we go back to like If we go to, like, the fake format. Even in fake format, like, how many Cybursts were here? This is a format where we didn't have Light Galaxy, there's no Dark Galaxy, or at least not in the fusions, there's no fusion variants. This is before Spellcasters got their, like, really powerful fusions. This was before... and this was without Dragon Fusion or Psychic Fusion, right? This is the nerfed versions of, like, all of these decks. And even in here, we had this was our Cyburst. We had 2 Cybursts make top 8, which it's not easy to see because it's behind the chat, but only 2 Cybursts make top 8. So even if you nerf every other deck in the game, Cyburst still isn't going to, like, suddenly be, like, really, really good. It's a shame, because it would be really nice if absolutely every deck was somewhat competitively viable. Now, you can still perform on Cyburst. You could cog with Cyburst, 100%. You can cog with just about anything. You could even play this in a tournament and maybe win a game or 2. But realistically, as soon as Cyburst goes up against anything stronger, it's going to crumble. Now, you can get lucky, right? Your opponent might just not have an out to Yggdrago. And that's fine. Like, but it's not going to be reliable. I think that's the big issue it's going to have, right? I played for 1 hour and I have no idea what to do in this game. It's fine. Play what you want. I mean, yeah. I'm not going to sit here and, like, try and lie to you and be like, yeah, Cyburst is going to be a really strong pick, or there's, like, a way to play it that's going to make it really, really good. But at the end of the day, if you enjoy playing it, you should just keep playing it, right? If you're just trying to look to play the best version of Cyburst that you can, I would probably make the argument that Beyond Curiosity is the better way to play it. And the reason I would say that is because it's more likely that getting an Yggdrago to stick is going to win you the game than trying to play a mid-range game plan against other decks that just do that better, right? Before Santa was limited? No, we don't care about Santa. Santa's gone. Get rid of that card. Too many resources to dig and summon Ig, and too many resources to maintain using its effects. Yeah, basically. I miss playing Cyburst Pile. Cyburst Pile is a deck I never really got on with. Cyburst, it's never been something I've been super into. I think when the Space Yggdrago stuff comes, I think that will be really, really fun. But until then, I'm not, like, super into it. Best way to play Cyburst yet. In my opinion, trying to, like, sack people with a, like, turn 1 or turn 2 Yggdrago is going to be the best way that Cyburst is going to get games. It's going to be... The issue, again, is that a lot of the decks can just out it. You could make the argument Dark Galaxy is going to have a hard time outing it now. I think Pyro will still have a hard time outing it. But, like, Light Galaxy and Spellcasters should be outing it no problem, right? Heckin' love Space Ig. I play it all the time still. Yeah, Space Yggdrago is really fun. It's really, really fun. But yeah, these changes are weird. I don't agree with these changes, but I don't hate this change, right? There's been a lot of people I've seen that are like, oh, this is idiotic. There's no reason for these both to be limit 1. I think it's fine. I think the main takeaway is I would get rid of a lot of the other limit 1s, right? So, like, right now, this just randomly hurts dragons because they got Phoenix Dragon limit 1. Phoenix Dragon, by the way, could be limit 2. Just put it limit 2. Just move it over there and be fine. Conqueror of Champions should be unlimited at this point. There's no reason for it to be. Jointech Rush Horn is... I mean, it's not easy to see this. I'll just fix this. I was going to go over this quickly, but if we're going to linger on this, I'll make this a little bit easier for you guys to see. Jointech Rush Horn is... Like... If this card wasn't limited, unironically, I think Jointech might be a really good deck. But if this card is limited, it hurts the deck so much worse because, again, we have Pot of Greed and Compulse now limited as well. What else have we got on here that matters? Type Change Beam? I mean, this card should probably just be banned, but it's fine, whatever. I don't think any of this really matters. Like, Silver Mountain doesn't really matter. Tomato! Hello, Cyclone. How's it going? We didn't also have Santa on our radar, I don't think. I don't think we had it on here at all, right? If we go back a bit here. Yeah, we never mentioned Santa, though. Free the gun! No, don't do that. Don't do that. Dark Core Device to 1. Again, we predicted this, so, like, we're quite happy with that. So we got 2 of our limit 1s were done. We're quite happy with that. I still stand by. Extra Plasma would have been a fantastic hit to limit 1 for Light Galaxy. I think it makes the most sense. I think from, like, a thematic point of view and the way that Konami typically do their lists, maybe it doesn't make as much sense. But in terms of like gameplay, I think limiting this card to 1 is the best thing you could do. It takes away the limit 1s, so it takes Compulse and Pot of Greed away from like Galaxy. It takes away their ability to very easily just be able to pop your back row again and again and again. It makes them want to run their back row hate, which will then fill that up. Because they're playing that, and because they've now got a limit 3, it also disincentivizes them from playing Secret Order, which I think is also good. It's one of those things where I think everything makes sense just to put Plasma to 1, but they didn't do it. They didn't do it, which is a shame. It's a shame. Hey, how are you, I mean? Hello, Aiden Shark. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. It's a bit warm. Other than being a bit warm, we're having quite a good time. All right, Magical Miracle to 2. So, this is a buff because Magical Miracle was at 3. Now it is the only card limit 2, which now means we can play it. Magical Miracle is a really good card. I think people really underestimate Magical Miracle. This card is really strong. And when Psychic Fusion first came out, I actually did really, really well with this deck by using Magical Miracle to facilitate an OTK. Because if you got out your Magical Miracle and you use the skill, you could send your Prima Katana to the graveyard, then use Magical Miracle to bring it back, fuse into the Omega. Then you could use that effect to reduce the attack of your opponent's board down to 0. And if your opponent had 2 monsters, you could boost your attack to be 6,200 and then just swing in for lethal, right? So it's genuinely a really, really good card, and it gave it like an extra avenue of play. Because if you have the option to OTK, it just lets you play on like a different axis. It gives you other things to do other than just like pump life and hope. So we also did predict we'd maybe get Ice Pot Bear unhit. In retrospect, I don't think Ice Pot Bear was ever getting unhit. And the reason why is because if both of these get on hit, the only limit 3 Psychic would have is Jamp Check. And I think Jamp Check might be a little bit too good still. It's really good. It's really good. Konami need Free the Bear. Let's go Gigantamax. Oh yeah, I love this tune, by the way. The Dynamax music is so good. What is a ban list? Well, a ban list, or it's a forbidden / restricted list. Ban is just like the abbreviation. It's not really an abbreviation, it's just a short way of saying it. Psychic have Star Restart too. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But even if we unhit Ice Pot Bear, most decks are only going to be playing 1 copy of this card anyway. So what we would then do is basically tell Psychic players that they could play 2 copies of Star Restart and 1 copy of Jamp Check. Or like 2-1 split the other way. I don't know what you'd see. I think maybe you would just see 3 Star Restart. But maybe there's a world in which you play 1 Jamp Check, 2 Star Restart. But either way, we were wrong about that. We were wrong about that. Then limit 3. So Klein. Klein is a weird one because a lot of the Chaos lists aren't playing Klein. Which is a bit strange. As well as, Klein isn't necessary for the deck to function, and it doesn't really accelerate the plays. Klein adds like a little bit of consistency to the deck, because if you can get your Galactica Oblivion in the graveyard, you Klein it back to your hand, you then activate the skill and discard it. But if you get it into the graveyard, you can also just go Boat, and then Boat put it back in your hand. So it isn't necessary. We can still make the same lines without Klein. So it's a bit of a weird one. What we wanted was Troleo, because Troleo actively does something for the deck, right? It fills the graveyard. Now, you could make the argument that Boat also fills the graveyard, but Troleo does it better, and you could just go Boat into Troleo and get, well, Boat. You go into Troleo into Boat, and then that's instantly like 5 cards in the graveyard. And you've got to remember, this deck wants to turbo the graveyard. If you get your graveyard full really quickly, that's how you OTK, right? So I think Troleo would have made more sense to hit. Fuse Eve is similar to Plasma, where I think if they were going to hit one, they would hit the other. If they weren't going to hit one, they weren't going to hit the other. Fuse Eve makes a lot of sense to me as well, because you're going to be running at least 1 Fuse Eve, maybe 2. But like, I think you play at least 1 of this card. It's a +1, and you can get back Oblivion, but yeah, not that necessary. I mean, yeah, it's one of those things where like, it's not a bad card, right? I'm not going to sit here and tell you Klein is bad, but a lot of people had already started cutting it. Like, some of the top 100 lists were on 1 or 2 copies of this card. Now, don't get me wrong, there were a lot of top 100 lists that were on 3. So that still is a big thing. But I just don't think this is a massive hit. This is like, it's so small in my mind. And Fuse Eve, again, I think at limit 3 would have just been perfect, because if you're playing... If you had Fuse Eve, Traleo, and Secret Order at limit 3, I think you actually have to struggle to think about which cards you're playing. Now, you're not going to be playing 3 Eve, that's fine. But it's like, are you playing 1 Eve, or are you playing 2 Eve? And then Traleo, it's like, well, I want Traleo, but I really want Secret Order. Like, what are we doing here? Like, I think it actually would have been interesting decision-making to make. I have a question without Space of Drago because diff archetype to regulate Drago. Which one is better and why? Because Space needs the whole time the level 5, at least for the deck to work. So Space of Drago basically is very easily able to just summon its whole shtick. Like, you have all the support cards in the world, and obviously it will come with a skill as well when eventually this come out, to just play everything. So the fact it relies on high levels doesn't really matter so much. And the boss monsters in Space of Drago are just so much better. Realistically, regular Drago isn't very good after, like, 7s. Whereas Space of Drago is a very competitive deck in the middle of Go Rush. So, like, realistically, Space of Drago is just better in, like, every way. Limiting a fusion made more sense, so you cannot play 3 Secret Order at least. Yes. I mean, that's what we wanted, right? Obviously, we didn't get that, which is a bit of a shame. And then, obviously, Corridor. This was weird. I think... If we want to stop Dark Galaxy from doing the unfair shit, you just hit Dark Hole Device. You don't need to hit anything else. Hitting Dark Hole Device is all you need to do. If you want to stop the deck from doing Chaos Galaxy things, then you don't need to hit Void Corridor. I don't know, it's a weird one. It feels like Void Corridor didn't have a ton of thought put behind it. They were just like, we're not going to hit a new SR. And what we want to hit is probably a new SR. So we're going to hit this box rare instead. Because, like, Requiem of Collapse is, like, it's old. This is a rare. Like, no one's going to care about, like, losing it from their, like, quote-unquote collection. But... don't you need the level 5 before you can activate the spells? I mean, I haven't laid, like, a deep dive into the archetype. I know Manicust has played it a ton, so maybe he would be able to help you out there. But, from my experience playing against it, the deck does not struggle at all. The deck doesn't get stuck. The deck just gets to pump gas. They have tons of ways to plus. They swarm the board with boss monsters, and they never really have any problem at all. Sad that Cyberse Curries are better than Space of Drago. Yeah, but they have some really good cards, right? And I think the Cyber Spy stuff came out afterwards. Hello, Duan. Welcome, welcome. And then we got the Unlimbs. Unlimbs are interesting. Mirror Innovator. This is cool. I don't think there's anything we can do immediately with this that's going to have any kind of meta impact, realistically. Thanks to Helltime. No problem, no problem. But yeah, Mirror Innovator is a great card. It is a fantastic card. Everything about this card is good. It's just... I don't know if it's just good enough in the current meta. The meta is so fast right now. The Mirror Innovator doesn't feel like it really has a place. Sad you can't play Innovator and Sidra. You can play them together, though, just not with the Sidra skill. So if you just take both the cards and put them with a different skill, you're good to go, right? But it's just like, what other skill would you play it with? That's the difficult part. Then we have Riding. Riding is a cool card. I think we're in a bit of a weird spot with Riding right now, where it's not easy to work out what decks should be playing this. Because Riding is still one of the best tools to not die to Light Galaxy. But it's very awkward because you have to use it at the right time, right? Like, if your opponent slams down a Plasma, you kind of want to Riding it because otherwise it might get popped. But then if your opponent then summons out Eternal after that, well then nothing, right? You have to kind of hit Eternal with Riding, which makes it very difficult. Makes it very difficult to use this card correctly. The Light Machine, you can't too. Only 2500 attack or more. Yeah, but there are still other skills, right? Like, you can play it in... thingy. Let me... Quick. Let me quickly look at these skills. What was the machine one called? I'm just going to search machine. Can't play in that one. Ultimate Bond. We're not playing this one. Can you activate the machine type monster in your hand to your opponent? I mean, you can still play it in this. It just won't get the... You just can't use the skill with it. You can still play it. So that's fine. You can play it in here, in Ultimate Bond. But the one that I think would actually be probably better is going to be... Is it Light Ray? Light something. And use your Rush, Berry Burst. What's the card called? What's the skill called? We'll find it. We'll find it. God, there are so many skills of light. Light Ray Sign. Is it this one? Light Star Sign? You can only fusion summon once per duel. So this line is the thing that makes it suck. This is... But mind you, if you just go into a Cyber Twin once, it might not matter too much. But yeah, you can reveal a card, add fusion from outside. So this is a 3+1. It's a... Creates the fusion out of nothing, which is really, really good. You can just only fusion once per turn, so you can only make the one Cyber Twin. But there's like... You know, it could work. It could work. Riding in Igdrago? No, I only have one, though. It's a bit weird in Igdrago, because ideally you want to use it to summon a monster. Like, ideally you want your trap cards to work while Igdrago's on the field. And Riding won't work while Igdrago's on the field, so it's very awkward in that. You can't use Riding with... I mean, yeah. The only way for Innovator to be relevant is if it could be used in Sidra. I mean... I don't think, even if you change the Sidra skill to allow Innovator to be used with it, I still don't think that actually is enough. I don't think that suddenly makes Sidra a good deck. Lights a sign you can fusion summon only once. I use that for Machine Atari. Yeah, I use this skill a bit as well. I think, though, if you just have the ability to just, like, crap out a Cyber Twin and a... Innovator next to each other, that could be pretty good. As well as the actual Cyber Dragon skill isn't actually very good. Like, the actual Cyber Dragon skill, Cybernetic Customization Zone, it doesn't plus you. It just, like, fixes your hand and lets you search out pieces, which is just not good enough anymore. I think for your skill to be relevant, your skill has to plus you. Or, if your skill doesn't plus you, your deck has to just plus a million out of nowhere anyway. Otherwise, your skill's just not relevant. Like, that's just how it is at the moment. Like, we did see Cyber Dragon get some wins in RDC, but, like, do we really think that's going to be, like, a common thing that's going to keep happening? Like, I don't think so. Granganus, this card should never have been limited. This was a meme that it was limited at all. It's whatever. Dragon's Fortitude. The fact that this is unhit makes me think we should be getting some more of the other trap cards, because there's a lot of good trap cards that certain other decks and certain types should have, that we just don't have yet. And Dragon's Fortitude now being unhit, because this originally came out, it was like Limit 2, I think it was like Limit 1, then Limit 2, then Limit 3, if I can even remember. Or Limit 2, then Unlimited. Either way, Dragon's Fortitude is fine, but realistically it's just too slow. I might be streaming on a Sunday. We do stream on Sundays on occasion. It is on our schedule. Are you playing in Grand Prix? We might be playing in Grand Prix. I haven't decided yet, just because I might be busy this evening. But if I do, we will be playing in Grand's Rush Tournament, for sure. If I'm not busy, that is. And then Meet and Greet, also unlimited. It doesn't mean anything, I spectated the games. I didn't want to take anything from Erdal as a regular player, but his Light Galaxy opponent kind of bricked a lot. Wasn't this also... Was this the same player that hammer crushed his own board? Like, again, I don't want to, like, throw shade. But, right, you have to look at things in context, right? The problem is the next box coming cards for Sidra. The Fusion of Assault will probably come. And even if a new skill lets you use Innovator, you'll prefer to use Assault. I mean, it depends, right? So if we take a look historically... we can do this. Taking a look over here. So if we go to... I'm going to find an old deck So all of the lists that I used for my Rush deck profiles were all like tournament-winning decks. This was like the standardized lists. So if we go and take a look, we can see what a Cyber Dragon like tournament-winning list looks like. So this is what... But why is the quality so bad? This is what a Cyber Dragon list looks like in TCG, right? Now, what do we see here, right? I'm seeing 3 Mirror Innovator. I'm seeing 1 Assault. I'm seeing 3 Cyber Dragon. We got the 3 Processors. You know, we got all of these quote-unquote leaked cards. We'll see if they end up actually coming out. But we've also got the 3 Griffins. You know, all of the leaked cards basically are here. Again, quote-unquote leaked. And what we're seeing is Innovator is still absolutely fantastic. This card is just insanely good, right? This sucks, this sucks, this sucks. Hello, Paris. Welcome, welcome. He destroyed his own Requiem. Yeah, it was very sad that he did that, but, you know. Maybe the Search Fusion, because the Search Fusion is clearly created for Duel Links. I mean, potentially. Definitely could be. Definitely could be. It's not easy to know. It's not easy to predict, realistically, what's going to come out. All we can do is just kind of... What is that picture? Well, this. Paris, are you proud of me? What did you do, Cyclone? Why should Paris be proud of you? But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on these. I think this ban list is fine. It's not good ban list. It's not an awful ban list. It is fine. Light Galaxy should have been hit a little bit harder. Like, all we need to do is change Corridor to, like, Fuse Eve, and then just throw extra Plasma in, and then the ban list is, like, exactly what we wanted. Like, it's so close. Miss Mutton will win Grand Prix. Are you going to play it, though, Hikari? Are you playing Miss Mutton? That is the question. Top 8 with Salad, almost top 4. Nice, nice. I assume that's with the newly unhit... Was it Foul? Yeah, Foul. You're not good enough? What do you mean? You could do it, I believe. I believe. But, I suppose we'll move on to talking about the new... I guess we'll move over here. This is probably easier. So we do have new information from the latest set. So we're gonna just edit this on the fly. This will be fine. God, there's not many decks, is there? Oh, we don't even have Light Galaxy Fusion over here. This is so old. Okay, well, we'll come back to that. So we have Spellcaster, Light Galaxy, Spellcaster, 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 Light Galaxy, Spellcaster. This was the top 8, as I know it. There's probably going to be a proper breakdown at some point with, like, Koyo's amazing art. But for now, this is the breakdown that we have, right? And as we're seeing, in the very, very first tournament, Spellcasters seem somewhat dominant, right? Light Galaxy, where are even them? Now, there is some caveat, right? Like, there wasn't a ton of entrants from a lot of the others. So, for example, there were 10 Light Galaxy that entered. So the fact that only 2, potentially 3, made it to top 8 is quite big, right? Now, 7's Fusion, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 confirmed out of 7 that entered. Dark Galaxy, only 3 people entered. So it's not a big surprising that there's not a good conversion for Dark Galaxy. If only 3 people entered, it's unlikely that they're going to be topping, right? They'd have to just be straight winning all of it. If everyone here has to win all their games. But with the power of numbers, you can kind of force your way in. Now, what do we not see here? There's no Sidra, no Dragonic, no Jointech, no Machine Pile, no Metarian, no Psychic, no Pyro. None of those made it in. So it's still just the old 2 decks. Now, we might still see Dark Galaxy performing. We might still see Dark Galaxy making some top 8 finishes. We might still see that. If no one's playing Dark Galaxy, they can't top, right? So, realistically, people have to actually be trying the deck out to see if it's going to make it or not. But as for right now, it's not looking good for the deck. Joytech almost made it. Almost. Almost isn't good enough, though, Hikari. They need to do better. We get Utopia leaks next week, right? So the update, if we... We're not actually signed into Duel Links right now because we're completely useless. If we go over to Duel Links, we can see when the date is going to be. Because basically, we get leaks whenever the game gets updated, right? So as soon as there's a big update, that is when we will know that we're going to have something we can data mine. So we go to maintenance. Is this it? Nope. There we go. After updating to patch version 9.9.0, which is planned to be released June 19th. So it says around, so this isn't, or 17th, even not 19th. But, so it says around, so this isn't like guaranteed. But it should be in about 2 days-ish. We'll be getting the update. And when we get the update, that's when we get the data mine. When we get the data mine, we get the leaks, right? So, fingers crossed, we have some sort of leak then. Now, it might not be cards, but it'll probably be skills. We'll probably get skill leaks, which I'm very, very excited for. Now, beyond that, we should also have skill balance update coming. So this is last year's skill balance update. This happened on July 8th. Or this is when it was announced, I should say. Because it didn't actually go live until the 21st. So again, assuming that we follow the same timeline as last year, which the ban list so far has, we will be seeing skill changes announced on July 8th. Which would mean we'd have another, what, 3 weeks of this format as it is. Then we're going to get this, and that would then also not go into effect in the game until, like, over a month away. That's, what, 5 weeks away. So, like, that's probably not the news a lot of people were hoping for. And again, this is just what happened last year. So there's no guarantee it will follow this timeline. But this is all we have to go by. So we'll have to wait and see if they do end up following this or not. We might get leaks next event. I mean, again, the events are tied into the updates, right? We can't get an event without an update. So it's all kind of intertwined. But yeah, so if we're going to see the Light Galaxy skill changes, if we're going to get Light Galaxy skill changes, I would expect it to be announced on the 8th. But again, it could come sooner. Like, anything could happen, right? Anything could happen. Alright, with that said and done, I did want to briefly touch on the new Shadowverse stuff, guys. New Shadowverse PogChamp. New Shadowverse PogChamp. So they've basically had a big reveal where they showed off a bunch of different cards. And I really, really want to play this game. This game comes out on Tuesday. And I'm really looking forward to playing some of these. But they haven't announced that many. Like, so you probably, you've played card games before. We all played Duel Links. When they release a set, there's usually a lot of cards in that set. Like, 40 to like 120, depending on like how big the set is or whatever. There's not many cards that have been revealed so far. So we don't really know what the decks are going to look like before release. But I really, really want to play the robots, because the robots look sick. I mean, look at this guy. Tell me he's not awesome. Masterwork Artifact Omega. It's just so good, bro. I want this so bad. I just want to play as the big robot. The big robot looks cool. But I do understand that other people don't like the big robot, and they'd rather play like the cute anime girls. And I know Hikari really liked the look of Albert, because he's a cute anime boy. But we'll see, we'll see. I want to play a not humanoid deck. Well, Swordcraft is probably not the way to go. Forestcraft is going to be primarily humanoids, because the whole gimmick is spamming out fairies. It depends how humanoid you think a fairy is. I think it's very humanoid, but I know some people would argue. This is a mostly humanoid deck, but you do make these like Shikigami, which are like, I mean, I guess that's still technically a humanoid. That's still technically a humanoid. Yeah, they're all bipedal. Dragoncraft has dragons, but they're still going to have people in it. Dragons, I wake. I try Shadowverse, but unsure which deck works for me because playstyle. I mean, there's 8 different decks, right, effectively. Or 8 different, like, clans. 8 different classes, I think is what they actually call them. It's like, Cerberus is so good, man. But I just love the art on this card. Like, it literally has, like, these 2 hand puppets, which are, like, built into the mechanics of the card, because you get to, like, summon the hand puppets. what's going to be the best deck, Dragoncraft. So Dragoncraft is probably the best out of everything we've seen so far. But Dragoncraft also have a lot of cards revealed. It's like Swordcraft, we have barely anything. All these Swordcraft cards are good, but Dragoncraft is more of like a complete package. Like Runecraft, we have 2 cards. How are we supposed to know how this deck's going to perform? It has 2 cards, right? It's similar to Legends of Runeterra and Magic the Gathering, or is it closer to Hearthstone? It is a lot closer to Hearthstone. So basically, just like Hearthstone, you have all your classes. You can only play your class's cards in your deck, except in very specific situations, I believe. Neutral cards can be played in any deck, exactly the same as Magic the Gathering. As Hearthstone. Mana works exactly the same in Hearthstone. You have mana that ramps up every turn. You don't have to play lands or anything in your deck. Ooh, I hated Hearthstone. I mean, it is fundamentally Hearthstone, right? This is anime Hearthstone. That's what this is. So-called Duel Links category. Listen, Sora, we've been talking about Shadowverse for like a minute and a half, and you missed the entire hour of us talking about Duel Links. We've already gone through the entire list, Sora. We've looked at the tournament results, Sora. God. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. We still have very little information. That is the biggest issue we have, where we don't really know what's going to be good. We don't really know what's going to be what yet. So we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Go back. Could you show Abysscraft? So this is Abysscraft. Right now, Abysscraft is built around Cerberus, which is like a token spawning type deal. And you summon out these. Restart the stream, I just woke up. That sounds like a you problem. The other like big boss is Medusa, which can attack 3 times in a turn. But like, it's kind of weak. But Follower Strike destroyed opposing follower, which is really, really good. So yeah, at the moment, Abysscraft is very like cute anime people, but like as we go forward, it should get a bit more beastly and demony. I don't know, hopefully this game clicks with me because Hearthstone didn't. Hearthstone, in my opinion, was too RNG heavy. They had a lot of cards which were like, do damage to random stuff, do a lot of random stuff. This game basically tries to strip out a lot of the RNG. But we'll, you know, depending on whether or not that's for you or not, you might get on with it or you might not, right? But a lot of these cards are just really, really cool. Beyond that, I think that's kind of it. I think that's kind of it for the Yappy Yap. But I think it's now time to play some Rush. I want to play some Pyro. We're going to be playing some Pyro today. Oh, hell no. They have Chrysaor. Well, it's Chrysaor without the gambling. So, depending on your opinion, that might be better or that might be worse. Alright, this is going to be our first Pyro game. We're going to see how this goes. Now, our list at the moment is not playing the Noodles. I think the Noodles are probably going to be the best way to play it, but I wanted to try it without the Noodles first, just to get a feel for it. That is what we're going to do. We're going to see how it goes. Which one is the pay HP to do stuff again? So, in the original, there was Shadowcraft and Bloodcraft. Bloodcraft was the one that did that, but in the new game, they have merged them into Abysscraft. Oh, hell no, they're Crystal. Add consistency skills. Just always consistency skills. That is a really, really bad opening hand. I think we might be dead. We can't even discard to get the hand empty. Alright. Maybe we'll just be fine. Right, guys? Maybe we'll just be fine. Bloodcraft's the closest one to what I liked, so Abysscraft, I guess, for me, yeah. Alright, let's see what bro's got. Alright, I have a feeling this is going to get flipped up, and then we're going to just die. Swordsman of Roadstar comes down. Okay, no cat. No cat is actually huge for us. But it's still not looking great. Could have Gambler on the skill. I thought we need... Oh, yeah, we could have... Well, we'd have to have normal summoned it. and then prayed. I don't think that's worth it, right? Because, like, if we have this on 0 attack, right, guaranteed, which is already not a great start. Like, there's a chance he just doesn't go into, Charmy. If he doesn't go into Charmy, we might be okay. Okay. Excellent. We're only losing half of our life. Alright, 3 back row. A full board of guys. I'm sure we can easily just get through this. Unironically, we probably have some plays we can make here. The issue we're going to have is... if we make room, he could use riding, which is going to really suck. Right, we'll go stock. So he has already got compulse, which means we're kind of boned no matter what we do. So we might as well distribute to the Doom tier. No, we'll go for the Raw. And I guess it's just Phoenix back to hand, right? But what is, like, the play now? How do we play around? I mean, we have to just YOLO, right? Like, what other option do we realistically have here? Right, we'll go Riser. Activate. Grab back Chemicalizer Red. Tribute 1. Tribute 2. Summon out Bird. We'll go Chemicalizer Red, because, I mean, we're basically just trying to bait it out at this point. Okay. So now we go Ember. He also has Riding! Bro has Riding Compost! What am I supposed to do? It doesn't... I think I need this. I probably should have looked at his effect to actually see if the maths did work out even remotely. So this is Riding, because we normal summoned this and there was a delay. So he had Riding, Rice, and Crisis. Riding, Rice, and Compulse, which is actually disgusting. Okay. I think we're just dead. I mean, bro did open, like, a god hand, bro. Like, he opened all 3 of those traps turn 1. I mean, to be fair, his turn 1 was set 3 back row pass. So, like, if we just had a good suite of normal summons, we probably could have just absolutely bullied him, but... Are we actually not dead? Are we somehow not dead? We still have to play through Riding. This is the trap meta everyone wanted. I mean, the traps would be fine if we weren't playing this deck. It's like, if we're playing, like, Light Galaxy, this is, like, the freest win of all time. Right, we go Germaloo. Activate the skill. We've got 2 bosses in hand already. We grab that. I mean, I don't think Germaloo's going to be the big end, to be honest. If I get this... I mean, his board is currently all full up. I could go double... Use the effect, reduce... He hasn't even got that many cards in grave, has he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's like, do we build a board? He's probably going to be able to pop our back row no matter what we do. I actually think I'm going to take Salamander. go Red Riser. Activate. Might as well grab this back. Then we will tribute this out. We'll go for the Ember. Summon this out. We'll go Salamander. We're going to put back probably these. Does it matter? U-Back's probably a good idea, and just getting some normals is probably good. Illegal deck. So we're still nowhere near lethal. We have to clear that first. That would be 19. If I attack over that, that will be 31. That's 4,000. That's 5,000 damage. Throwing in Chemicalizer Red would not make it lethal. It would be damn close, but it's not lethal. No matter which one I kill. Alright, hear me out. If we attack and kill one, he could use the skill, clear his board, then activate Ghost Cyclone. But we know he's playing Stream. We don't know if he's on Cyclone. But out of an abundance of caution, because we're not going to, like, putting him low doesn't, like, suddenly help us win. I think I'm going to pass without killing that. If there's a chance that he can't clear our Compulse, we're going to try and go for that chance. Right, just miss the Compulse. Never mind, it just didn't matter anyway. Right, has he got the other back row hit anyway? If he's on Riding, he can't play a lot of guys. Oh, yeah, that's right, because the list hasn't come in yet. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. In my mind, I'm like, ban list already in effect. Well, it wouldn't have mattered anyway, right? Because even if we kill another guy, he still just does this and we die anyway. Let's see if it would have mattered. Fun fact, the ban list is on the 25th. That's still 10 days away, bro. It's so far away. Yeah, he had the skill as well, so it didn't matter. It literally didn't matter what we did. We were always losing this game. Alright, if bro is just going to sit here and spin plates, we're not going to sit here and watch him. Yeah, alright. First impression. Pyro deck is not very good against the current meta. If your opponent opens all the good cards and we open 2 boss monsters, it's very hard to do anything. That is the first impression. We'll see if it improves. Oh, this isn't a good sign. Right, there we go. There we go. At least this month, and almost everyone is in COG. I mean, yeah. You were just unlucky. Trust. Pyro best deck. The issue is Amira isn't going to tell us much. And the other issue is that we are playing a build of the deck not built for the mirror. So we are going to have just loads of value loss here. Okay, let's just hope that back row's nothing and then we're golden. Is there a reason to not use this right now? Adding that back wouldn't do much for me. I think we do just use this now. Right, come back to me, bird. Right, we go Riser. Activate the effect. Grab Chemicalizer Red. tribute 1, tribute 2, summon this. Then it's like we're kind of filling our graveyard up. So we could leave ourselves really open to like a big salamander play, but I also just want to remove all of his resources if I can. Right, we're going to go Ember. If we were going to use Ember's effect, we probably should do that the other way. Which means we're just not going to use it. Right, we'll go PYRO. Getting the extra bonus doesn't really matter. Go for this. We'll summon this. And we'll use Chemicalizer Red. Why not? There you go. You can have that. Oh, I actually probably maybe should have given it to Germalu. Because now there's a chance that Germalu can't clear one of these. Yeah, that was the worry. Right, we are going to hit this one, though, because I don't really care about that one. That was a good choice. Okay. Like Galaxy, just set 3 and you can't do anything about it, then opponent OTK you. If the equip actually give piercing rather than trap protection, then it would be good. Yeah, it would actually be really, really good if the equip gave piercing. But alas, we don't have one of those. Mirror Match is just a battle of who has less monsters in the graveyard. I mean, you still have to, like, find your stuff, right? Like, here he added Ember. So he still needs to have a boss. Scales of Flame. Guys, I don't think this guy is probably playing the most competitive version of this deck. I have a feeling. Oh no, my Finalized Phoenix. Ah. Okay. These are cards. God, there's so many, like, weird plays we can make with this. The current issue that we have is we don't have that. Okay, we can make something work then. Does Methyl even matter here? Because we could summon Tribute 2 into that. I think maybe we hold Methyl. Right, we'll summon out the Germalu. We'll activate the skill. Here we grab back Ember. We're going to Tribute 1. Tribute 2. Summon out the bird again. We'll go Ember. Activate Ember. Summon out Salamander. Activate Salamander. We probably want to keep one of those in the graveyard. Maybe it doesn't matter too much. Having you in the graveyard doesn't mean anything at this stage. Now we're going to grab back... I like having an Ember in the graveyard. But I would also like to have one in the hand. But we'll do this. To battle! Boosh. Right, well so far, like, the War of Attrition life point wise is going alright. Let's see if this can keep going. I used to play Dark Alice in Shadowverse, so I hope it becomes good again. I mean, fingers crossed. Just set 3, what's the opponent going to do? Attack, burn you? I mean, could do. Okay, we're still going to go for an aggressive play. Let's see what he does with this. He hasn't used the skill yet. So now the skill is going to be activated. Nope, we're going to do this first. You can summon a specific level 5. I don't have any of those. Fiery Blaze comes out. Oh no, we're going to lose the Chemicalizer Red. Shit. What are we going to do now? He's on Fatal Roar. Okay. Fatal Roar, but we're still playing Finalized Phoenix. And we're just main decking Chemicalizer Red. Interesting, interesting. My turn. Fiery Blaze. That one. That's a good card to hit. The question, though, is... what's the next part of the plan? I love how, like, I don't even need to, like, register. You just look at that and see if it, like, just lights up. Is there a reason to use the skill here? I don't think there is. Because, like, no matter what... I don't know, maybe there is. It depends if we can get... I mean, having the bird ain't doing anything for us, but we'll summon this. We'll activate the skill. I want you back. We'll go ahead and use Salamander here. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Then we'll tribute 1, tribute 2. Summon out another one. Oh, what's he got? Is this another riding? Second riding comes down. Okay. Okay, I respect it. I respect it. Double riding as well. Alright, 1, 2, 3. We can keep one of these without too much worry. We'll go Red Riser. Activate its effect. We'll grab this back. Tribute, tribute. That's what, 2,000 damage? So if I just go Chemicalizer Red, put it on you. Go to battle. Boosh. Alright. We did it. We got a win against, like, a really bad deck. But we did it. He cannot keep setting 3 and win the deck out game, so use your second skill to add level 5. Easy, easy. You have lethal, so it doesn't matter. Pyro Bros. Oh, yeah. Right, we'll have that replay, just in case we don't have many Pyro mirrors, but not a great one. Not a great one, if we're honest. Oh no, we've got an ad creeping up on us as well. You never want to see that. Never want to see it. Right, let's jump in again. Let's see if we can find a good game. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. I really want to see what, like, this deck can do. It's like, we did do quite a lot there. Like, we were able to summon out 3 bosses without much effort, which is really cool. Alright, we're back against the Yuga. Let's see if we can end up with a really strong board here. Because if we can just make the big board, it might not be super easy for them to crack it. We're going first. The major issue we could have here is just low attack monsters. Find a shark. Right, either way we do this, I think I'm then going to set this, because I don't think it is worth sitting on it. I think having 2 in hand, like, eventually we're going to want that, but right now, that could just be a detriment. We need to find a normal monster next turn for the skill to work. Okay, reveals the Swordsman. Now, as long as we don't send Witch to Graveyard, we're feeling pretty good here. If he sends Witch to Grave, that's when we're in danger. Adds Witch. Adds Seven's Road. Just don't... Okay. Witch is not in the graveyard. Everything is fine. Hello, Sorcerer. Tribute for Witch. Witch effect. Sends a second copy of TSA to the grave. Alright, now we summon a cat and we activate fusion. No, we don't. Okay, I'm feeling really good then. I mean, this is perfect, right? We might not even actually take damage. Here you just take the draw. Fusion to the bin, which is completely fine for them. I'm not sure about SRM back into the deck, but... Oh, is he going to get greedy? Is he feeling greedy? He might. No, he's not feeling greedy. Okay. We will take the 12. Okay, this board is manageable. That's rough. That's really rough. We can do stuff, but like, this is not going to be pretty. Alright. I think it has to be this. Yeah, this is just a really unfortunate hand. All right. We have to get rid of this. Yeah, I think we're just dead. I think we're just dead. I think bricking on high levels has cost us. Which is a shame. We were actually in a really good spot where if we just didn't brick, we could have done some like really cool stuff, but alas, it did not matter. Phoenix and Phlogiston are so trash, they need exact total level, unless in future they release a skill or for Pyro that manipulates opponent's monster level. I mean, yeah, we were expecting that to happen, and then they just didn't. And it was like, oh, okay, why are we not doing this? On my break, I've made a meme for Grands later. I see. Play 1 level 5. I don't see how that solves my current problems. Okay, adds back the fusion. Adds back SRM. We've got to just be dead here, right? Surely there's no world in which he lets us live. I'll tell you what, bro is taking way too long for like what should be the easiest lethal line in the world. We're just going to go next. Alright. Let's see if we can get a game where we don't brick. That's all we need. We just need not bricking so we can get a feel for how the deck actually plays. Alright. So another Yuga, as expected. Going second, which is probably better. Being able to use the skill immediately is always going to be a bonus. Let's see. Let's see what our opponent has got for us here. Don't tell me he's going to set 3. Oh, 1 weakness. Okay. The other thing is, bro has been playing this deck for like a month at this point. Surely he knows where the cards go. I'm like, why are we spending 20 minutes to set a monster in defense mode, bro? What are we doing here? What are we doing? Oh, he's disconnecting. Oh, boy. Okay, we'll let him off. We'll let him off. He's done it. We're setting more cards. Tribute set. We're also playing Light Sorcerer, which is an interesting inclusion. Alright, let's fire off the skill. Let's hope we get something useful. Oh, that is actually really useful. Okay. We'll grab you back. We'll go Flame Ruler. Go ahead and use Blaze. It's a shame Ember isn't online. Oh, it is online? Did I mill one? Oh, we only get the boost. I always forget that that's how this card works. In which case, that's actually kind of really nice for us. I think we just leave it like this. Because I could summon this. Nah, there's no reason not to. Alright. I don't trust it. I'm just going to clear. Okay, it did have 1700 defense. It was worth being respectful of it. God, we are really finding the cream of the crop today. Master Axe Road. We've got the Swordsman of Roadstar. We add the SRM. Adds the Fusion. Sends Ansler. Is this like the unedited starter deck? Which comes down. So we know Magician comes down. We have Fusion in hand, and we have one other card. So what is the last card in hand? We are going to take the Fusion, so we're just going to go straight into Master. Actually, Master of Seven's Road might be really difficult for this deck to out. So unless his graveyard is absolutely chock full, how am I killing it with Salamander? This might be a tricky one. Okay, that's fine. Never mind, everything is fine. So we'll start out with Fiery Blaze. Just going to get rid of this. We'll go Germalu. Activate Experimental Roar. You know what? I would love to have this in my hand. There's no, like, really good way to do this. So we're just going to do this. Goodbye. Go get him, guys. It's not... I'm gonna save it. I don't think we're keeping it. That is just a non-game, really. Alright. Let's go again. I mean, we got to do what our deck does, but, like, if he didn't... Why aren't you playing Hammer? Because Hammer can't destroy face down cards. And our deck pluses out the arse anyway, so discarding a card doesn't matter. Alright, more Yuga. Let's see what Yuga's got for us this time. Like, I mean, realistically, there's no real reason to play Hammer Shot in this deck specifically. Is there a world in which we tribute settlers? I don't think so. Having this in my hand doesn't do much for me. I can get it back with the skill. But we'll just sit on this. We'll sit on this. Activates the skill. Reveals SRW. I'm sensing both legends can be popped. I mean, they could be. We can't do anything about it. We can't just keep them in our hand forever. Okay, Roadstar to the bin. Summon Sork. Tribute for Witch. Discard. Summon. Activate the effect. Hammer Crush. Okay. Hit the Compulse, that's completely fine. Was not expecting Hammer Crush, and he discarded Pierce. Holy. Okay. I mean, we have the normal. Right, we'll go Methyl. Activate the effect. Grab back Stock. I guess we just summon Stock here. We'll go Raw. Add back Salamander. Creates you. We'll go Riser. Activate Riser. Take back Red. Tribute 1. Tribute 2. Summon it out. We'll go Achi. Yeah, that doesn't matter right now. Right. Tribute over this, tribute over this. Activate Salamander. I don't want normal monsters back, if I'm honest. Okay. I could pop that. That'd only be 12. Still not going to be anywhere near lethal, realistically. I am going to activate Blaze. I don't even really care about the extra 300 damage, so we're just going to set it, because there's a chance that he pops it. And if he pops it, that's great for us. Alright. I think Fatal Roar is a better skill. Why, though? Why do you think Fatal Roar is a better skill? Because in a lot of ways, both of these skills do the same thing. Except this skill, when you get a big boss back, also gets you an extra body. Tributes for Witch. Witch effect. Discard. Summon out SRM. Summon out Mage. Okay. I mean, this is looking fine at the moment. Activates Fusion. Now, this is the reason we held the Tribute to the Dunes, so... 39? But now you can't kill both of my guys. Bird lives. Alright. So we go PYRO. Activate. Add a card back. I'll grab back this Chemicalized Salamander. There's like so many things I can do here, and none of it really matters. I mean, we've already won, right? We're just spinning plates. Let's just not even bother with that. Let's Tribute 1, Tribute 2, summon this. Activate this. send, I don't know, this. Get rid of this. Summon this. I mean, this is just mega giga lethal. Let's not spin plates if we don't have to, right? Let's just swing. Alright. It can get both effect and normal monster, trigger even when monster's special summoned, and playing with Secret Order is always good. The issue is, Secret Order... So you don't need Secret Order in this deck, right? Let me get the wording up as well. That's probably going to be like the easiest thing to do. If we just go and grab the wording of the skill. So it's Fatal. So turn 2 onwards, during the turn that you normal or special summon a normal monster face up. So already, like the difference here, what's the other one? It's like experimentation or something. But it has to be a normal monster exactly the same. This skill also locks you into not using things like noodles, right? Send the top 3 cards to the graveyard. Then if you do not have a face-up level 7 or higher effect monster on the field, you could also add 1 level 7 or lower monster with 1500 more defense from your graveyard to your hand, right? If we go to experimental, I guess raw is the best thing to search to get them both up at the same time. So experimental raw can be activated from turn 2 onwards that you normal summon a normal monster. So you can't do it when you special summon a normal, but that isn't relevant unless you're playing thingy anyway, right? Unless you're playing Secret Order, because you're not going to be special summoning. If all the monsters you construct deck are PYRO type. So already, again, we can play a wider variety of monsters. Send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. Then you can add... So first off is, again, we don't have to do this if we don't already have a level 7 on the board, so we can do this willy-nilly, which is already a massive buff. Add a level 7 or lower effect monster 1500 more defense from your graveyard to your hand. If you add a level 7 monster with 1600 less defense from your hand, you can add Red Riser. So the downside here is that we can't add back the 1500 defense vanilla. I guess, again, if we're playing Chromatographicus, we can't add that back either. Those are like the downsides. Other than that, it's really good, right? In this economy, your level 7 has 90% of dead. I don't know what any of that means. Any of what we just said. I think what we are going to do, though, is, after playing a few games with the bird, I think the bird is kind of mid. We're going to try playing Extra Spice, I think. I do want to see how Extra Spice plays, if it plays any better or not. Alright, let's try this. Get rid of this. Alright. Now, the main reason I don't like Extra Spice is because Extra Spice is 0 defense. And 0 defense is not ideal when your opponent can change your guy to defense and pierce over it. When it does that, that's not ideal. That's really not ideal. But when it doesn't do that, it's just a better card, right? It has like the same attack, but it has the ability to like cycle through, find your new cards, and burn your opponent for 1,000, which is really good. Oh, a Dark Galaxy player. Okay. Unfortunately, Dark Galaxy is generally a really bad matchup for us. We'll have to see how this goes. Adding an extra card back to our hand doesn't do a ton for us here. Right, we're going to summon this. I am going to tribute for this. I think getting the graveyard set up might be pretty useful for us. I don't think there's a reason to summon this, though. Ah, screw it. Let's go for it. Right, methyl effect. We're just going to summon guys. Now, we are against Dark Galaxy, so this is probably not the best. Just like committing this many guys to the board and in attack position, but you never know, we might high roll. What if you brick with many high level 7 in hand and you don't have effect Ember in graveyard, so adding a normal monster is okay? Yeah, but now we're talking about like really niche scenarios, right? Two Hammer Crush for the Chromato discard. I mean, you can. I think the thing is, though, you just offset it by playing less spells and traps. I think if you play less spells and traps... Oh, great. This is the one thing we didn't want to happen. Pot of Greed into this is irritating. Is he playing Tearfing, though? Because if he isn't, this is not the end of the world. Okay, yeah, this is fine. You just ram in here. There's no reason not to. Like, this board state is A-okay. Right, we're going to Methyl. Methyl effect is going to get me back Germaloo. Summon out the Germaloo. Activate Roar. It's always you. Don't even need that. I could just Tribute 2 immediately. I almost just want another boss monster. Get rid of that. Tribute both to summon this. Summon out Ember. Summon out Ember. Tribute 1. Tribute 2. Summon out Germaloo. And that is an OTK. I mean, that went pretty well. We just absolutely did not get punished on our summoning out 2 bosses, but... whatever, I guess, right? I think this deck has potential, but I don't think this deck is insanely strong. I think the main issue I'm having with this deck at the moment is I feel like you need to hit a critical mass of high-level monsters to be able to do your plays. Like, there's been several turns where I've been like, man, I wish I had another boss monster in my hand. Because then I could really, like, do a big push, get out 3 big bosses, make a really difficult board for your opponent to break. But, on the flip side, having so many boss monsters means occasionally you'll open a hand that's just unplayable. Which is also really not ideal. Rush on Chemicalized. Okay. Technically play 3 Salamander and 3 Spice Ninja, and you can recycle Spice with Salad effect, while keeping Salad in graveyard for skill. I mean, that's like the hope, right? If you can set it up. Dog! We're all about the burn today. Although our hand is like unplayable, so... we're gonna lose to this because our hand is unplayable, bros. This isn't good. Sets a back row. Passes. Okay. Alright, Germaloo is exactly what we needed. But this doesn't necessarily fix our problem. It did not fix our problem. Alright. I mean, I need this out of my hand. No. Alright. Things aren't looking good right now. Lack of normal summons seems to be a big problem. And then he gets Pot of Greed. No! Oh, yeah, I don't know. I think I think the deck's too bricky. I think if you want to play it optimally, you have to play all the bricks. But if you're not... If you just draw the wrong half of the deck, it sucks. Yeah, I think Pyro might just not be very good. I think it's too luck dependent. Like, too more... It's a lot more luck dependent than a lot of the other decks. I think that's really the takeaway from here. Alright, we'll grab back the Germaloo. Or summon out the PYRO. We'll fire off the Blaze. Get rid of the back row. We can go ahead and activate the skill. One, two, three, four. If I add this, I can't summon all of it anyway. I think we're going to add Ember here. Right, we'll tribute 1. Tribute 2. Activate extra spice. That's very funny. I don't think we go for it, but it is very funny that it's shown up like that. I think the players actually just go for this. Right, what do we want? We want you. I definitely want these. How much damage have we actually got here? We've got 33, 57, 57, 67, 72. Our opponent's got 31. Which means we have 41 damage. We're so close to lethal. I guess we just go to battle. Pyro's no good. This is a surprise. I think it's not like terrible. It's just like you have to compare it to like the best decks right now. And I think just when you compare it to them, it's just really struggling. Can Pyro get past the biggest enemy, set 3 pass? Well, let's put that to the test, Serena. Our opponent has set 3 monsters before us. If only there was some way we could get some damage through. Kapow! Yep. You could just extra spice next turn for game. Extra spice is so fun, man. It's one of those things. Pyro is just such a cool deck. It doesn't even matter if the cards aren't like meta. Like they're still so cool. I think we just found the best Pyro deck. Tomato, do you like ramen? Of course we like ramen. He sent us a nice. I can't nice him back. Man, noodles are great. Chemicalize is great. The cards are all so much fun. We just need to not brick. That is our current kryptonite. It's just bricking. We have to play against Luke. Come on, bros. What's your favorite ramen? I haven't had ramen in a long time, actually. When I told you about the Pyro with noodles with the new skill, you shot my grandma to dead. Unpolite Tom? What are you talking about? I think you're just making stuff up. I really want to, like, go ham here. but I don't think that's happening. Alright. Let's just do this. Because, like, the issue is, it's bloody dragons. So, like, they're gonna make a really stupid board and kill me through anything. Like, dragons were always the Pyro kryptonite. I don't think we can win this. You're not wrong. 3 cards an extra. But, I mean, if just one of them is a Mirror Gear Star, I don't know how we win. That's the turn it's normal summon. That one doesn't matter. Right, what we'll do instead, we're going to do this. This, I just want to guarantee I can get some value off of the skill. Even though it doesn't actually matter, so I don't know why we're caring about it. I'm not going to lie, I forgot this one was Methyl. That was a little bit of an oopsie. I legit thought I was sending Methyl to the grave. Unfortunately, although I can add one to hand, I don't think it's worth it. So now we'll go extra spice. We'll send this. I mean, that's cool. Right, let's just YOLO send it and see what happens. Alright, he is playing dragons, so I am going to respect that he could have a high defense monster. Alright. Now, are we just dead? Are we just dead? Is he going to Mirror Gear Star us into oblivion? That's the next question. Could be Dragear Star. Light Star Sign, Cyber Dragon. I mean, it can't be Light Star. I'm trying to remember now. Is Light Star Sign a Luke skill? Surely we didn't die to Mirror Gears. It's one of those things where if he has Mirror Gears, it was a matchup we weren't really winning anyway, right? At some point, we have to leave a board like this out. And if we turtle up forever, he will just direct attack us to death. So, like, this is just our kryptonite. There's no way to win this matchup. Unless, like, our opponent bricks. Hold. Hold. Opponent bricking. That is so greedy. That is so greedy. What are you doing, bro? Go, PYRO. Activate extra spice. Burn, baby, burn. Tribute extra spice. Go, Dogulch. Bring back extra spice. Things are really heating up. Methyl's effect. Bring back Gerbiloo. Summon Gerbiloo. Tribute 1. Tribute 2. Summon Gerbiloo. Extra spice. Go. GG. I mean, we did say, right? We were like, right, if he bricks, we have a chance. If he doesn't brick, we are dead. And bro bricked. That's all we needed. That's all we needed. We take them. We take them. Why play Phoenix when you can play Ramen? So the only reason I can see personally to play Phoenix is, 1, you can get it back with the skill. So that gives you a little bit of extra, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, versatility? Also, it has decent defense, which means you don't just die to Charmy, right? But other than that, extra spice is Pog. I think we could have won this matchup by just playing Noodle Control with 2 monster set. The issue with that is, if your opponent just summons out either of their fusions, like just naturally if they draw them, you just die, right? Like if they get out the piercing one, you're just gonna die. If they get out the direct attacker, you're just gonna die. So you can do that, but you need trap cards to basically keep you alive. And we just don't have that in this deck. Recursion is meh if you're recurring a meh card. Yeah, but I mean, the card is a vanilla, effectively. It just doesn't have an effect. But, like, in some of the games we were playing earlier, just having the option to grab back Phoenix let us make plays that we otherwise couldn't make, right? I think the big thing is just Methyl. It's just, this is just such a good card. It just turns so much on. But yeah, I think realistically, I think if you're going to play... If you're not going to play Extra Spice, you might as well just be on Fatal Roar. So the main benefit you get from playing this version of the deck is being able to play Extra Spice. What is going on over here? We're just going to bring these two back? I feel like we've spun so many plates to get this going. He's already used the skill. So he could have just done all of this just by doing it the normal way, but we've decided to do it this way for some reason. Okay, that's fine. Did bro just minus? He ended up on the same. Like, if he had just summoned Witch, like, summon a monster, tribute, summon this, use the effect, discard, summon this, you end up on the same number of cards, so nothing's really changed. Right, we have a boss ready to go. I guess we'll go Methyl. In an ideal world, we'll hit another boss, and then we're going to be in a fantastic spot, but we'll see. We'll go Stock. Activate the skill. No boss. But I do just like having Flame Ruler in my hand. Ah, maybe we should have summoned this first, actually. Maybe that would have been better. Alright, we'll go Germaloo. Tribute it. Summon out this. Activate the effect. Add back Salamander. Flip up Ember. Activate Ember. Summon Salamander. Is this just lethal? We did it! Again, he had 2 cards stuck in his hand. But I mean, that was a really good showcase of what our deck does, so we will still save that one. Lady Jasmine of Olivine, currently on a 5-stream streak. Look at all of those beautiful emotes as well. Whose are those? Steven. Which Steven is that? Is that the Duel Link Steven? Who always streams when I'm tucked nicely in bed. Holy shit, we cook a crazy deck. I mean, the deck's doing okay, right? The deck is doing okay. Stephen Freshy, yeah. So I know of Stephen, but like I believe he always streams at like the worst time for me, so I never get to catch his streams. I was joking about playing the level 5. No, level 5 is the MVP. We can't take him out. We did actually test him in Noodles before. We had like good success with it, but like oh, he's got his fancy mat. Ah, see, now this is the downside of this deck, is sometimes this happens. I think we have the tribute set, right? There's no world in which we can't. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh, he's got the mono emotes. Tomato, what are you going to build first in Shadowverse 2? I want to build Portalcraft. But at the end of the day, I might be beholden to whatever the packs give me. I think I'm going to take the Portalcraft starter deck. I think that's the line that we're going to take. Because I think the Portalcraft cards look cool. I like both versions of it, where it's like the... Oh, Christ, we are. We may be Giga Dead. We may be Giga Dead. At the very least, we're only taking 300 from this attack. So that's something. But yeah, the robot stuff, I think looks cool, like the Gundam stuff. But also, I think the other half of it looks really cool as well with the puppets. There are starter decks? Yeah, so when you play, you'll get to choose one of the 8 classes to have a starter deck. Haha! It was Salamander all along. Right, we are going to take so much damage here. What could we possibly draw to get us back into this? I think we are just cooked. We're on 1200. We're going to leave 0 attack monsters on the board, most likely. Alright. Summon Ember. Activate skill. That doesn't help me in the slightest. I think I actually have to take a card here. How many cards are even in his grave? He has 4 monsters. I think we actually have to take this. No, I'm dead either way. I'm just dead. We are just dead. There is no line. I could summon Tribute Bow for Noodle. Pop and draw. What possible draw could I get? What possible draw could we get? There must be something, right? It would have to be something that gets one of my bosses out. So either a Effect Ember or a Legend monster. It has to be one of those, otherwise it literally doesn't work. So we're going to put all of our faith in Extra Spice. Come on, Extra Spice, I believe! That's disappointing. Imagine what it could have happened. I mean, we wouldn't have won the game, but it would have been a really cool turn. I can't kill this at the moment, so I'm just dead to that. So I have to summon something else. Right, we'll summon... I think we have to just go for this. As much as it sucks. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Back. And then we'll also give him a gun. And then we're just dead on board, right? What we got in here? We got Earth, Dark, Wind. So that's a 3000 attack boy, 200 there, 1500 direct. We'll let him kill us. We'll let him kill us. I only have 2 salamanders. Is it good enough to play this deck? If you want to use it with this skill, it's going to be an uphill struggle, but you could make it work. Obviously, 3 is going to be ideal. Salamander is kind of like the heart and soul of the deck. He is the main reason that you'll be able to clear a lot of monsters. He lets you refill your deck. You want to go into multiple Salamander in a single turn if you can. So, like... Now, we need some replays of us losing, guys. We can't just scoop every time. This is some bullshit. Who made Rush? I think it was Tezuki Kakahashi was the guy that actually came up with Rush. So Salamander is 3 in this new version. It's very, very important because he's one of the few bosses you can actually get back with the skill. Be a salty player. I don't think scooping is a salty thing. Scooping a lot of the time is like you're wasting my time by like not just finishing it. Let's just go next, right? It's like I've never been like practicing with a friend and then like both players know the game's over, but then like one person scoops. You don't go, "Ah, you're so salty." It's like it's so cringe to be like that, bro. Rush 2 free to play. You need ticket. I mean, ticket's good. Free to play good. Scooping can save mental distress. Yeah, I think it's a really weird thing for me when people try and like villainize certain things. It's like, for example, I hate floodgates, right? I despise floodgates. I genuinely hate them. I just don't want floodgates, right? But I'm not going to hate on someone for playing floodgates because they're just playing the game optimally. But I can hate the game and Konami for making floodgates and leaving them legal, right? That's kind of how I look at it. Let's go, Dagos. I don't really like having you in the open, so we're going to throw you out now. Let's fill up that graveyard. Doesn't really make any sense to add these to my hand right now. So I'm going to say no. We're going to set. We're going to set. And we're going to pass with this in hand. Alright, let's see what happens. Don't hate the game, hate the player. Real based opinion. I scooped an EDO even though I wasn't dead because I was getting sacked, but I didn't want to push my brain to exploding point when it really didn't matter. Yeah, I think that's fair as well. Especially if it's like you have another game to play afterwards. It's just like, no, reset, mental reset. We'll just go again. It's fine, it's fine. If we're going to tribute anyway, now we'll summon this out. Alright, we're going to go ahead and Fiery Blaze. And get rid of that one. We'll drop another Fiery Blaze. And get rid of that one. We're going to activate our skill. Give me back the Salamander. So we don't need to do a lot here. We don't really need to draw a lot of cards either. It's just like, do we want to go double Salamander? Probably. I think double Salamander is probably the line regardless. It just means we don't get to keep Dagos, but like we were never keeping Dagos anyway. Haha. I don't even think we're going to use her effect. There's no real reason to. Are we going to use Chemicalizer Red? I mean, he knows we got it. We might as well throw it down. Sure, you can have it. Why not? Alright, now we get to play the game of, are we going to deck out? You should have added extra spice. Well, with the power of hindsight, where he just set 3. Unfortunately, we can't add it with the skill, otherwise that would have been incredible. Imagine if the skill could add back extra spice. That would be so good. That would be ridiculous. I would love it so, so much. Alright, what's Bro got for us? Summons that Wiz. Tributes Whiz, SRW, SRW effects. We're going to summon out the SRM we just searched. Then you wouldn't play Extra Spice, you would have played Spice. But Extra Spice is good because it can cycle as well as get through damage through set 3, right? Like, that's the reason you play it. I think Spice is good if you know your opponent's never going to set cards. Then that's the reason to play Spice. 7's Palaladin. Wait, do I get to keep a guy? That's sick. I will happily keep my guy. Especially since this should be easy to beat, right? He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can get him down to like 21 immediately. Alright, methyl effect. Come on back. We'll summon out stock. Activate the skill. Tribute 2, summon. There's no reason to not grab back Ember unless we're going to try and go for some sort of OTK, and I don't see an OTK here, so I think we're going to take this. Tribute. Summon. Activate Extra Spice. If we draw a boss, we are so good here. Not a boss. Not bad. Yeah, what we should have done is used his effect first to refill the deck with stuff. I think that would have been the actual best play we could have made. Because we had no bosses left in the deck, so we were never getting one. That was just really silly on our part. Alright, we might just be dead here. But if we're not dead, this is looking kind of nice. Tomato misplaying, shake my head. It wouldn't be the first time. What's like the most annoying way to die here? It would be like, I think the easiest way that we die is he goes Charmy SRM and then just kills us, right? Attacks over the 15, Charmy gets over for 0, and we get punished for playing Extra Spice. Any boss would be lethal, yeah. It would have been nice. I mean, that's why we took this, but like in retrospect, there was no reason. Okay. So now he needs Charmy. What were the cards he searched? He added Magician and Fusion. Wait, how many Dark Spellcasters has he got? He's playing all of them, right? So he's probably just going to go for Master of Seven's Road and kill us that way. Either way, we should just be dead, but we'll watch it out. We'll watch it out. Let's see what he does. There should be like 3 different ways he can kill us here. Like, there realistically should be. One, 2. Activate the effect. Discard. Summon out another 7's Road Magician. Come on, bro. We're letting you kill us. We're letting you kill us. You could at least have the decency to do it quickly. Here we go. 7's Red Witch. Discards the slime. Summons the magician. Activates mill. Activates mill. Then he's going to activate fusion. How big is this going to be? This is going to be like 4.5k or something? 4.8. Okay. If he just doesn't attack this, we live. Oh no, he's doing maths. Just attack the bosses, bro. You'll be fine. Trust. No! Right, we'll save that replay. That was an okay one. Did we save the last one as well, actually, now that I think about it? Wait, he doesn't have lethal? No, he definitely had lethal. The fact that we're dead is the best part of knowing that he had lethal. We didn't save that one. We should save that one as well. Alright, we go again. We simply get back on the horse. I think there was a slim chance we could have won there if we had activated the skill first, but we still would have had to drawn exactly a boss, and it would have been, what, a 1 in 11? Or I guess a 3 in 11? I am truly a Yu-Gi-Oh player. Real. We've got another mirror. I'm curious what will be played in today's match of RDC. Who's playing in today's match? And what time is it as well, for that matter? I'm really bad at keeping up to date with it. I don't think we get a cheeky extra splice hit in. I think we just do this. So he does. So we have Galactica Force versus RVS. Ooh. It's in half an hour. I forgot the teams. Who's streaming it? I could raid into them. I could deliberately hold on and raid into them. We have the ability to do so. Ah! Cyclo wants to change the game map. Even if I'm going to stream it. There we go. We can raid into Hikari after this. Bro, that's not how you play the game. Flip. Tribute. Flip. Burn. Tribute 1. Tribute 2. Summon. Go get him, champ. I mean, we'll take the freebie, I guess. I'm curious how the World Championship will be. The Rush is a 2-deck format now. Well, you have to remember that last Worlds it was a 4-deck format, but they still had to bring 5 decks, so everyone just brought a weird 5th deck. So, like, it's not too surprising, really. The WCQ map for 2025. I don't even know what that looks like. We'll go and have a look. I assume it's going to be in others. Or is it in the events? Might be an event map. That's 2024. Qualifiers 2023. That's 2024. That's 2024. Do we just not have it? Fun fact about Light Galaxy, whenever I summon Eternal or opponent summons it, we either miss lethal or exactly 100 or 200 off lethal. Over lethal, not 300, only 100 or 200. And that tilted me. Well, we still have the box coming though, very true. We will have the box this month, and I think a deck build by then. I mean, we could. It would be a bit weird to have a deck build, but we could definitely get one. You can buy the mat in the EX Trader. Let's have a look. Ah, Manabu wants to duel me. That is a nice looking mat, not gonna lie. I mean, I guess we'll just grab all of these, right? Which one do you want, by the way? Do you want the speed one or the rush one? Also, should we do some pack openings? What do we need out of here, guys? I mean, Cosmo Dark Destroyer is cool. The issue is I don't think any of these are really worth a damn. I really like this art of Dark Magician, though, not gonna lie. Rush because it's a rush stream. I don't really think I need any of these. Which pack should we open, guys? They're numbered. Oh, we've also got the rush ones as well, actually. Actually, no, we need the rush ones, don't we? What are we missing from here? We have 3 Ants Giving now, so we don't need that. We have 4... This could be the time! This could be the moment when we can finally get the 3rd Gokibor. Do we think this is our moment? Alright. Come on. Come on, we need it. Give me the Gokibor! No! I got 3 Gokibor, I'm gassed now. Oh no, we can't be behind Manicus. Come on, Gokibor! No! I don't need you, Harpy Lady! We have 52 regular Harpy Ladies! Come on! Gokibor! 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 No, not Kanan! How many Kanans do we have now? We're at 8. We only have 8. Come on. Come on, Gokibor. No, not Excel Wonder Splat! This is going to be so sad. We're not going to get our Gokibor. No! Come on. Come on, Gokibor. Come on, Gokibor. Come on. We can do this. We got 3 more packs. Right, come on. This is the Gokibor. This is it. That's definitely not a Gokibor. That is a Piercing Dragon Bunker Strike. Other than the new Pyro cards, I now have 3 of everything you can get. Ooh, I'm jelly. Come on, give me the Gokibor. That's not a Gokibor. That's another Bunker Strike. Right, last pack. This is our last chance to find Gokibor. Right, come on. Come on, Duel Links. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. That doesn't look like a Gokibor. That is a Kanan the Sword Diva. We were so close to greatness. And yet we couldn't quite get the 3rd Gokibor. We got the Amabis. Easy peasy. There's no Gokibors. Just no Gokibor. What will we do? One thing we should also do, actually, is not that one. We should go and do our Chronicle stuff as well. We haven't done that in a while. Alright, what do we still need? We need Starlight. We need Aurora. It's like Rim Color Gold is what I want. I want Rim Color Rainbow, Name Color Gold. There's a lot of stuff in here we still want. Oh, great. Silver. Fantastic. We definitely wanted silver. I'm not upset with that. I'm not upset with that. Starlight is fine. Black Rim is fine, but it's like not a good one. We already have lots of Black Rim. Like Silver and Black Rim are probably... Right, Red Text, that's a good one. That's a good one. We actually got something good. Right, come on. Come on. Blue Text is also fine. I like Blue Text. I really want Gold Text and Gold Border, though. That's kind of what I'm after. Silver Text is shit. Nobody wants Silver Text. Alright, last one. Last one. Come on. Okay, we'll take that. We will take Aurora. Aurora is not... It's not the best, but we'll take it. We'll take it. I really wanted some Gold Rims and Gold Border, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Don't know if it's just me, but now we can get them easier. I kind of ain't interested in them. I still want to make my deck look cool, though. Alright, event. This mat does look so nice, though, bro. This is such a sick mat. I like to put black border and text on my Xyz and silver on synchro. I think that's fine, but I don't have that many of them. Like, on my speed account, Blackboard is being used on my Ultimate Conductor Tyrannos, so that's great. Alright. Back into ranks, now that all the distractions have disappeared. Raphael MG2? Oh boy. Is that Yuga Odo? Let's see what he's got. Let's see. Let's see if we can take him down with our new map. I mean, this hand isn't full of ridiculous high-level monsters we can't do anything with. Raphael. That tickled me probably a bit more than it should have. Alright. Extra spice here is quite nice. I think we just immediately fire the skill off. We'll go ahead and grab Salamander. Summon Riser. Activate Red Riser. We'll add this back. Is this an angle where we don't kill the whole board? I think it might be. I guess we should activate Fiery Blaze either way. Or just want to get rid of, like, something. If we could hit, like, not fusion. That's a good hit. Okay, I think we are fine to just attack with the one guy. We'll use Chemicalizer Red as well, because, I mean, it's probably just going to get popped either way. I don't like leaving him with just one monster. Because if we do, he can use the skill to send, and then he can either turn on Strange Witch or Ghost Cyclone. So skill cope. Have you seen Bonds Beyond Time Abridged? Paradox Laugh Kills Me. I've watched it ages and ages and ages and ages ago. I've not seen it in so long. Bro, so greedy and paid the price. Noodles and pyros, huh? I'm intrigued. Hello, Globe. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we're trying out the new deck. We're seeing how it works. The downside to this is he can just go Charmy, changes to defense, hit in for a massive ton of piercing. If he does that, though, we shouldn't take much other damage, right? We're kind of set up for next turn, depending on what he does. The way that we set this up as well means that he can't use Ghost Cyclone to get a draw. And he can't use Charmy Witch to get mega value. But he's got 2 extra bodies, so... Okay. Those are fine. All we did was add Seven's Red Magician. We didn't send anything to Graveyard. We're going to activate Seven's Red Witch, discard a card, summon the SRM. Are we then going to activate 2 fusions? We didn't add fusion. If he activates double fusion, this is going to be a little bit scary. But other than exactly double fusion, we don't really care. Hold. You going to play this in Grands? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, my Noodle Boy's back. Like, just don't summon a cat. If we see a cat hit the board, we are in danger. If we don't see a cat... Shit. Okay. Okay. We might be fine. It depends what he does now. If he flips this up, we are in a dire situation. If he flips this up, we're fine. If he changes this to defense, we're also fine. Okay, okay, we're just taking 28. We're just taking 28. Right, 2 cards in hand. No, we are not gonna summon out Ultima. Okay, we're not. Oh, I was like, 3rd fusion? No way, no one plays 3 fusions and spellcasters. I can't remember, does Ultima even need a thing? Or is it a, I think it's this plus this, right? Or is it another witch? That's not ideal. Alright, Germalu. Let's go skill. We need exactly... Okay, we did get exactly what we needed. Does it change anything dramatically? Alright. If we summon Salamander, we are still dead. We can clear 1 guy. How many cards has he got engraved? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can reduce them down by 800. So I could clear this and 1 of these. I'm almost certainly just dead unless I clear both of these. So I think the play is to gamble with extra spice into getting another card. It'd have to be exactly another Ember. I think that is the only line we have. Alright, now, extra spice. You have let me down an infinite number of times over the past. But if just this one time we could just draw an Ember off the top, that would be really, really cool. Alright, we need to see... We need to see Super Assistant, or Ember the Hyper Assistant. We need Hyper Assistant Ember. Not the other Ember. Hyper Assistant. It's not great. It's not great. I mean, we can still use this to clear. But he still has this. And this. I think I have to still kill this, otherwise we're just insta-dead. Alright, let's see what happens. Maybe he draws 5 spell traps. Right? There is a world in which he could draw 5 spell traps. Let's see what happens. Like, maybe we'll be fine. Maybe. Maybe there's a chance. I think we might be coping. We might be coping a little bit hard. But there is a non-0% chance that we are still alive. Ah, man. Ah, this could have been such a, like, absolutely disgusting turn if we had had, like, more options available. Like, if we had Ethel. Ah, if we had Ethel. Just one Ethel. It didn't have to be a Hyper Assistant. It could have been Ethel as well, because Ethel is also just as good. Less the microwave strikes again. Yeah, I think we're going for the microwave angle. I think that is the line. He's also spending a long time thinking, which is, like, really weird. Because, like, surely ending this game should be really easy. Alright, come on. 36. Activate this effect. Boost it up. Pyro is a sucks. I mean, the only games we've actually lost are the games where we've bricked. But the issue is this deck just has an issue where it is kind of prone to bricking. So... Ow. Alas. Alas, we could not survive the spellcaster menace. But, you know, we held in there. We did what we could. We played to our outs. Which Ardia is playing? It's going to be Draco's team. It's Draco versus Sora. Right? It's Draco Kid versus Sora Mia. No, it's GF. It's not Sora Mia. It's Milanesso. It's Milanesso versus Draco Kid. For some reason I thought it was UTS then, but it's not. I think it's GF. I do have the ability to check. I'm just very lazy. Upcoming matches. Yeah, it's GF versus RVS. We have no normal monster. Our opponent has open Pot of Greed. Let's see what he does. Set 1. Set 2. Set 3. Pass. Pot of Greed into not doing anything. That is a very interesting open. Go, Fiery Blaze! That one. Go, Extra Spice. Go, Salamander. Attack. 25. Pass. Very lazy tomato, shake my head. I have never claimed to not be lazy, okay? I have never tried to imply that. We have never insinuated it. Okay, 7's Red Witch. So he had 3 cards stuck in hand, so presumably 3 bosses. So I'm going to assume he's probably going to search like Roadstar Fusion and then send a boss to the bin. That would be my prediction. British Saint Lazy were conservative. I don't even know what that means, Manicus. I'm from Britain. Alright, Roadstar comes down. So all we did was add fusion. Okay. Tribute for Witch. Activate Witch. Discard a card. Summon out 7's Red Magician. Maybe discarding another one? Yep. 8. Okay. I was like, we do have a lot of saints. Oh, this is actually so annoying. See, this is why Extra Spice is a liability. Because we just lose 2,800 for free. And it feels so bad. We have to, like, win next turn. Or, like, we are going to be so cooked. We are taking so much damage. Ah! Right. We just need to draw lethal off the top. This music from Pokemon TCG game, Game Boy Color? Yes, yes it is. It is a banger. No matter how we do this, I mean, we should be fine, right? We go Ember, activate skill. Add back you. This is where it gets tricky, though. Because we can't clear both monsters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can clear both monsters. We go Riser. We start blazing. Activate Riser. Grab you back. Getting that back to my hand doesn't do anything, but like, what else am I doing? I mean, either way we summon this Natty. We activate the effect. That's 400 plus 100. A whopping 500 damage. 15, 18 is the max. I think we have to clear this. I think you probably just vibe in defense. Then we just hide that in our back row and hope. Man, if we just had one more boss, that could have been so much we could have done there. But compulsory is kind of in the way here. Now it's going to come down to, does he draw back row hate? If he just like draws Ghost Cyclone and activates it immediately, we might be in a bit of a weird spot. I believe we just have to trust. You only have to do 2,900. I mean, it was not that, like, far-fetched to be able to do it with this deck, but... The 8-year-old in me, in the back of my head, ran to the front of my skull and almost gave me whiplash. It's a banger, man. Oh, please don't hit my trap card. Don't have another one! Don't have another one! If this trap is intact, we have a chance. No! Okay, now we're probably dead. There's still a slim chance, right? But like, if that trap had stuck, we auto won. I have a feeling that we're dead. Tribute for Witch. Activate Witch. Okay, that's actually really good for us. Because that means he's only going to have one card left over. Which means he can't get Piercing. He also can't go into Paladin. Alright. What is the play, sir? What are you doing? I mean, you're just clearing these two, right? Oh no! How many Dark Casters are we on? 1, 2, 3. Only 3. The Piercing might kill us, though. It was exact! It was exact lethal! No! How was that so big? I thought you only had 3 different names in there. He must have had 6 different names? How did I miss that he had 6 different names in there? Oh well. It is what it is. It is what it is. We tried. We gave it a good go. Right, we're going to play probably the last game of the day, and then we'll be raiding into Hikari whenever her stream pops up. Fusions count? Yeah, but we looked at the fusions, and he had, I thought in his graveyard was just... Seven's Road Magician, Seven's Road Witch, and Seven's Road Charmy Witch. Okay. We're in the mirror again. You can't use a skill on turn 1, guy. It's the Ghost. Oh, he could take back the extra. He is taking back the extra. So we know what the card in hand is. We'll go Germaloo, no delay. Activate Raw. Add back Salad. Summon Red Riser. Activate Red Riser. Grab this back. I could add that back to my hand. Does that do anything for me? I think either way we activate Blaze here. Let's hit that one. I mean, that's not a bad hit. Having a normal in hand for next turn would be quite nice. Alright. We'll go Methyl. Activate Methyl. Grab this back to my hand. Tribute 1. Tribute 2. Go Ember. Activate Ember. Summon out Salamander. Oh, has he got Rice? Okay. I mean, Rice is fine. We'll just go ahead and activate this. Put all 3 back. And go ahead and use Chemicalizer Red. Attach to here. And we'll just swing over. Just to get damage in. I mean, him flipping guys down is a bit weird. Because, like, he's not very good at getting damage in past them. Someone stole your deck. Unfortunately, we don't have a patent for it. Okay, Flame Ruler. Tribute for the extra spice. Extra spice. We're going to burn for a K. We're still currently in the lead. Let's see what else he's got for us. We're going to summon out Ember. Right. Tribute 2 for another extra spice. Summons out another Ember. Activates that. He still can't actually clear my board at the moment. And then he surrenders. I'm not convinced that was the optimal play. But, you know, we really shouldn't judge. We really shouldn't judge. Now, that was going to be our last game. But somebody doesn't seem... Oh, there we go. Hikari is streaming. Alright, so we are now going to go ahead and raid into Hikari, who is doing the Rush Duel Colosseum. So, thank you guys so much for watching. We will be back again on Tuesday, where we're doing some sort of collab stream with Hikari. We'll see what happens there. We're probably doing some Shadowverse as well, so it'll be a bit weird. It'll be a bit weird. But, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!